All right, good Friday evening, everybody. Welcome into another episode of Inside the Sandstorm with your host, Gamecock Chuck, and my good buddy, the Deal Maker, right here beside me. I went the wrong way that time. It's odd. But the Deal Maker right here beside me. We're going to talk tonight about the upcoming matchup, South Carolina, Missouri. We're going to talk a little bit about that and give our score prediction and preview about it. And then we're going to open up the lines, and hopefully we get some people to come on and talk about what they're looking to see this weekend and give their prediction and things like that, and just have a good time. That's what it's all about on this Friday evening. Just a good time to hang out and talk Gamecocks, athletics, football mainly right now because that's what we in. So we're going to do that. And like I said, I encourage people to come on and interact with us, whether you're talking in the chat, whether you come on and talk with us live, that's fine too. If you don't want to do that, just get in the chat, get in the comment section, and just light it up. Let's have a good time. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and also go subscribe to the Deal Maker's channel. He changed his name to Gamecock Sports with the Deal Maker. I think that's right.
Yep,
sounds right.
Yep.
But yeah, go subscribe to his channel as well. But yeah, I think that covers everything. So what's going on there, Deal Maker? How you doing?
Oh man, if I'd be in a better, I'd be a daisy. Doing pretty good, man. Just loving life, just between dancing 4 days a week, football 2 days a week, all the things in between. Just enjoying time with the family, being on the right side of the dirt. Not enjoying our Gamecocks at the moment, but I think that's going to change. At least I'm optimistic that it will.
Yeah, I hope so. Well, hey, at your age, you better watch out. Better be careful dancing. I don't want you to pull nothing.
Ha, 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 ha. I'm not dancing with my daughter.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, I mean, every day above the ground's good, no matter what's going on in the world. You always got to look at the positives of it. So another day with the family, another day breathing, messing or dealing with the craziness of the world. It's always a good thing, challenge. So got to be up for it. Also, the Gamecocks, like you said, struggling, of course. Not what we wanted to see last weekend, but it is over. We're done with Vanderbilt for 365 days or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And that was on to Missouri, a team that we struggled with, to say the least here lately. They've won five out of the last six, I think it is. South Carolina goes on the road to Columbia, Missouri tomorrow night, 7:00 for Roe Field, a place that we haven't won since 2017, I believe it is. I think that was the last time we won in Como.
In Como, yeah, 2017.
Yeah, so not a very hospitable place for us, not a very successful place to go play football, but we got to go out there and we got to do it tomorrow night, to repeat or to build our streak. We got a streak right now of one because we beat them last year at home, thanks to Rocket Sanders in that dynamic, explosive run that he had, that never die kind of attitude he had, the perseverance that he had to get into the end zone and not be stopped. So we got a challenge tomorrow night, man. We got a big challenge. Eli Drinkowitz, he's got a number. He's 5-1 against South Carolina, and that includes his 1 year that he was at Appalachian State. And like I said, last year we was able to get that monkey off our back. We're going to see if we can repeat it this year. We all know the inefficiency of South Carolina, which is the offensive line. If you do not know that, if you cannot see that, then I don't know what to tell you. Ain't got no help for you. But that's our Achilles heel right now is the offensive line and the lack of performance on the play calling. Not being able to be more consistent, not being able to put together drives and sustain drives. So we got a challenge, man. So
okay, I have a question for you. And I'm being just as real as I can be.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard this for 3 weeks now, especially this week. What is it about play calling that maybe y'all are seeing that I'm not seeing? Please explain it to me.
Well, for me, it's not creative, man. I mean, we line up. It seems like we try to pound the middle. There's no creativity in it. No RPOs. It don't seem like anyway. And I mean, we can contribute that to the offensive line because let's be honest, they're not playing well. But I mean, you still got to be creative. You got to draw up something, some running back screens, something. There's something's got to be different than what we run. It seems like we're consistently trying to open up a hole that ain't there on the offensive line with the running game.
Okay.
So to me, I think the play call has been a little vanilla, but like they said, the playbook's being for the first two games. It looks like the play call is kind of vanilla to me, kind of plain, kind of boring.
All right. Stop. Then let me ask you this question. You know football, you watch it just like I do. And we study it, especially our Gamecocks. And what on the first two drives of the game against Vanderbilt did you see to call it vanilla or not being creative?
Well, the first drive is always something they script and put together. So the first drives look good. But it seems like after that, they revert back to the same old. Like I said, I want consistency. Okay, that's what I want. I don't want the same old boring play calling over and over. It seems like that's what we're doing. Yeah, like I said, the first few drives or the first drive was pretty spot on what I want to see. I want to see some downfield passing. I want to see some creativity. I don't want to see just a hand it off and up the middle we go, try to get some yards. That's what I saw. Seems like I said, after that first drive, it's like, the second drive. After the second drive.
Okay. All right. I think our first drive was 9-10 plays. Second drive was maybe about the same. Looked that up to confirm it. But I'm just not on this bandwagon. I'm not. I'm sorry. We'll have to, disagree. But when the first two drives of the game, now our offensive line was blocking. We had holes. We were pounding the ball.
Yeah. And
that's how you win in this league. You can't throw it over the top if you can't run the damn ball. Period. End of conversation.
Yeah.
And we were doing that. Now that interception that Lenoir threw, that lineman dropped back, shifted from his left to right, talking about the lineman.
Yeah.
And Lenoir just plumbed it and seen. And I'll be honest with you, a dude made a good catch. A guy that size shouldn't be able to jump that high. You know what I'm saying? No. He shouldn't. But that was like somebody put the needle in our balloon. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I get you, man. Like I said, I just want to see consistency throughout the whole game. Some creativity the whole game. I get the first few drives look good.
But if you look at the history of this program under Shane Beamer, all we're doing is repeating ourselves. That's all we're doing. Nothing right now that's happened is actually shocking to me. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. We turned the ball over 4 times. Technically, we turned the damn ball over 7 times.
Yeah.
But so you can't win a game that way. Period. End of conversation. But the play calling changed when your backup quarterback in one Luke Doty came in. That's when the play calling changed. So whoever is out there, maybe you included, one of my closest buddies that's harping on play calling, I just think y'all beating a damn drum that don't need to be beat. The drum that needs to be beat is our offensive line. And listen, I'm going to give them credit where credit's due. Those first 2 drives, them boys was playing now, which shows me they know how to do it.
Yep.
They know how to do it.
Hey, don't get me wrong. I'm beating the hell out of that drum. I am. That stuff pisses me off, dude. So, I mean, I get it. I'm not giving up. I'm not the one out there yelling fire Shula, but I think he needs to be a little more creative and more consistent throughout the game. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying fire the man because I get it. The offensive line is just not playing well. You know, they had them couple drives where they looked like they were 5 stars and 4 stars and the best offensive lineman out there. And then all of a sudden they just forgot how to play. You know, and I don't know why or you know how they just did that. I mean, it's baffling to me. I want to see consistency across the board when it comes to the offensive side of the ball.
Well, let me
What's
say
up, Tiger Red Devil, Mark? Oh.
Yeah, Paul Lemon or Lemon. I don't know how he pronounces it, but anyway,
I'm going with Lemon.
Yeah, well, there used to be one on television, and it was spelled the same way, and it was Lemon. So, anyway, long story short, my thing is this, man. This is the playbook of the Gamecocks in the Beamer era. Okay, this is what we do. This is what we do. We lose to a team we're supposed to beat, and then that switch gets flipped. Who the hell controls it? I don't know. Is it the players? Is it the coaching staff? I don't know. But so far, now I might change my tune come Monday night. Okay? But so far, I have not seen, other than the bowl game, but that's a little bit different because, you know, everybody don't play in a bowl game.
Yeah.
I have not seen anything that justifies my opinion. So like assholes, everybody's got one, okay? My opinion that justifies that Mike Shula has not done a good job. Other than he is the offensive coordinator and every position coach under his tutelage on the offense, other than the offensive line. But that offensive line has been a damn problem.
Yeah.
Since Beamer's got there.
Yep. TRD wants to know what's the latest on Sellers. As far as I know, he's
going to start.
He's going to start. Should start. What is it? Probable? I think it's what he listed.
Yeah, he's going. Word is he's going to start.
Okay, well there you go. Last thing I heard was probable. That's all I know. So.
Yep.
The ones that ain't going to play is Judge Collier, and not sure if Mazio is going to play or not. He's had a nagging injury as well. So, and somebody else. Who else was that was on the injury report? Let's see. Who was that? Dang it. DQ Smith. He's probable.
You know, I'm a little bit over this deal. Now, listen. If anybody wants to holler and scream, we need a new offensive line coach. Hey, I'll call the motion to the floor and second it. And I know you're not supposed to do that. You can't do both. But I will.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, and I'm changing subjects a little bit, kind of. Just changing teams, rather. Right now I'm watching, in my opinion, a great football coach in Mike Gundy. All right. That's what's on my TV.
Okay.
And they're hollering and screaming they need to get rid of him. No different than Dabo Swinney. They, you know, Clemson Tigers hollering and screaming they need to get rid of him. Well, who are you going to get better than that? Let's just be honest. Who are you going to get better? Because either one of those coaches get fired at 8:25, it's 8:22. By 8:30, they'll have another job. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And I am sick and blum tired of the Gamecock fans when it's not going our way, even though obviously they don't know the last few years of history. This is the way we operate. Hollering for somebody to get fired. I'm like, what? You know, I mean, why do you want to fire our OC? All right. I can't. A position coach is one thing. I'm with you on that. But, you know, we had Satterfield. Then we had Dowell, Loggins. Now we got Mike Shula, and nobody's happy. Nobody's happy. The fact that we won 9 games last year, nobody's I just pump the damn brakes, man. Pump the damn brakes, because right now our program is sitting in the best shape it's been sitting in a long, long time. Long, long time. Now, as a fanatic, just like I am and everybody else of whatever team they pull for, you know, firing somebody, is that the answer? Now, if I was Florida, I'd say, hell yeah, fire his ass. Now, that's a whole different ballgame. But that's not the answer. That's not the answer. I'm sorry. Again, position coaches are one thing. Coordinators and head coaches are a whole different ballgame. And I'm just not on that boat to Shula's not doing a good job. I mean, who the hell knows? I mean, what history do you have to go on? I mean, we're 3 games into it. That's all you got.
Yeah.
His starting quarterback went down in the second quarter in the 3rd game. And if I'm not mistaken, we did win the first 2.
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken, when our starting quarterback went down, it was 7-7, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so stop the shenanigans.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous to me.
Well, I say this. This is for me. I'm not speaking for nobody else. But for me, I think, yeah, we won 9 games. I'm ecstatic. Ecstatic we won 9 games last year. But I think the reason why I am up in such a, you know, my feathers ruffled, whatever, it's the whole hype that they give us in the preseason, man. And I guess I'm a victim of it. I believe the hype, and I think we're going to be good, and I have expectations for this offense. And what did they do? Yeah, they won the first 2 games, but you can't sit there and say that it was a pretty performance in neither one of them games. Neither one of them games was pretty. So, to me,
no, but let me ask you this question. Were they prettier than the previous year's first 2 games? Let me answer that for you. Yes.
Nah, they're close comparison.
Oh, bullshit. We almost lost to, was it ODU? Who was it?
ODU and, God, I have to look it up.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't almost lose a damn game yet. And Thielen's destroyer, that damn Tennessee. Man, go in your bedroom and kiss your wife, which is your first cousin, and enjoy yourself.
Damn.
Because at the end of the day, we cheated to beat y'all's ass. And when Vanderbilt beat y'all's ass, didn't say something. They're going to cheat too, I'm sure.
Oh, man.
We had a bad game. Our damn quarterback went down in the second quarter. Don't even go there. Don't go there with me. Not tonight.
But yeah, I mean that's what it boils down to me. You know, all these expectations and hype surrounding what we had coming back. It's not, to me. It hasn't lived up to that. That's what
you and I both know when we agree on this. We did not deserve to be ranked where we were in the preseason. Okay.
I know. I didn't say it. I know.
And while we were there, I have no idea. No idea.
Yeah, and that's probably why most if I had to venture to say, most Gamecock fans, they feel the same way based on that too. You throw in the rankings, everybody, oh, we're going to be the best this year. We're going to win 10, 11, go to the playoffs, all this and that. I didn't see that, honestly. So,
I mean, here's what I truly see. Now, I'm a Gamecock fan. But realistically, and you and I know this, we talk every day. Realistically, we win 8 games this year. It's a good year. Realistically. And I'm not talking about just because we just lost to Vanderbilt. Now, yeah, we all did our preseason, but I mean, at the end of the day, I'm a Gamecock fan. I mean, shit, man. Of course, I'm going to think we're going to win many more games than what we are, but realistically, 7, 8 win season at the state that we're at, knowing the offensive line, and I don't think it's the players. I'll never blame the players. The coaching of offensive line is just pitiful, and it hasn't changed. And, how we rattled off what we did last year is plumb damn amazing to me.
Yeah.
But do I think we're a playoff team? No. Do I think we have listen, I'm about to give credit, and you're going to love the shit out of this. Do I think we have a playoff quarterback? Yes. Do I think we have a playoff couple running backs? Yes. Do I think we have a playoff wide receiver? Yes. Do I think we have a playoff edge rusher? 2 of them. Yes. Everything else in between, I can't answer that.
Yeah.
True.
And like I said, I think that's why the whole what we did last year, where we ranked in the preseason, I think that's where a lot of Gamecock fans are feeling like, hey, we need to fire Shula because he's not performing. I think that's, if I had to guess, that's what I would say. And I'm not on that. I'm not on that bandwagon. Okay, because like you said, I didn't think we should be ranked to start the season. At least not what was 13.
I mean, if we were ranked between 18 and 25, I would maybe understand it. But 13, no, hell no.
No. So I'm just saying that's if I had to guess about the Gamecock fans out there, that's what I would say. A lot of them are frustrated because of that.
But you know what? I'm gonna say this. Not too many people, I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong. Now, I know most people in this chat right here, other than Feeling Destroyer.
Yeah. What's up, USC?
I don't know how he's feeling.
Well, he ain't a Tennessee fan, so.
I thought he was a Tennessee fan.
No, he's not a Tennessee fan.
What is he a fan of then?
I have no idea, but it's that. Who was that? Who was that giving the finger the other week in the game? Is that an Alabama fan? Yeah, I think it was an Alabama fan, wasn't it?
But
anyway, that's beside the point. I don't care who he's a fan of. Just appreciate him being here.
I think he's a Tennessee fan. I could be wrong. But would you rather be where we are right now losing to Vanderbilt? An SEC conference game at home. I mean, listen, they beat us by plum playing backyard football. They beat our defense. And our offense just kept giving them the ball back. So we got out coached and out schemed. At the end of the day, it wasn't because we weren't talented enough. It was because we got out coached and out schemed. That can be fixed. We have a talented team. But would you like to, TRD, comment on this? Would you like to be Clemson right now? Like, seriously. They're in bad shape. Clemson's in bad shape. And again, it's not because of plum talent. They got the talent. I think it's coaching. Personally, I think it's coaching. So, but it happens to everybody. I've been watching these games over the last 3 weeks, and do you really think that Alabama is horrible? No, I don't. No, I don't. Do you really think that LSU is horrible because they got a 10-point win? I think it was 10 points over Flo Rida. I think Florida's horrible, but I don't think LSU's horrible.
No.
I think that Texas has some issues, some major issues. So, again, I just, damn this, let's fire this, let's fire that. I mean, firing a position coach, hey, I'm with you. I'm with you. But that ain't gonna make a big difference in the middle of the season to start with. You know what I mean? So, but firing head coaches right now, if you're gonna fire them now, why didn't you fire them back in the spring? That, you know what I mean? Now Billy Napier, he should have got fired at the end of last year. You know what I mean? But firing Dabo Swinney, Shane Beamer, Mike Shula, and I can go on and on. Mike Gundy, I'm sitting here watching it right now. Yeah, they're losing, but that's ridiculous, man. That's just plumb ridiculous.
And we know Beamer ain't gonna fire nobody in the middle of the season anyway. So
no.
So all we do is just working ourselves up for nothing right now. So, but if the wheels start falling off, I mean, like you said, that might be a different tune. What's up, SCCFT? So
Ryan agrees. Thank you, Ryan. What good does it do firing a coordinator every year or two? Yeah. None. And you know what? We had Satterfield, we had Loggins, we now have Shula. Now Satterfield, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, he needed to go. He did. He needed to go. Dowell did in my opinion, a pretty damn decent job. In my opinion. Shula is just he's an older coach. He's calm. I don't know. He's like a dad. You know what I mean? Like a dad figure that you just trust him because the man knows football. But calling for his job, that makes no damn sense. That's like calling Kirby Smart right now and telling him that Bobo needs to go, which they said last year. Hell, I've heard Lou say it several times. Bobo needs to go. What? He's one of the best play callers in football, man, and has been for years. Yeah. But he needs to go. Like, just man. What consistency does that? What recruiting consistency and offensive consistency does that show that every other year you have a different coordinator?
Yeah. Hey, shout out to SCCFT, man. He put out a good video today. I like that. It was like he played like replays of the game and was talking about it and previewing the South Carolina thing. It was pretty cool. So if anybody hasn't, go check out his channel, SCCFT, subscribe. It's a good video, man. Good video today.
I haven't watched it yet, but I will.
Yeah, it was good. Like the dogs at the end, they picked who won. I ain't gonna spoil it for you, but there you go. It's pretty neat. But turning the page, we played Missouri, like I said, 7:00 tomorrow night. So we will be back tomorrow doing our watch along party. I know Caroline Jackpot will be doing one, and probably several other people, but we'll be here. And make sure everybody stops by for that. But we're going to talk a little bit about Missouri right now.
Yeah, let's get into that.
Yeah. You want to hit it off first, or you want me to?
No, I want you to.
All right. Well, they come in here 3-0. Played, Central Arkansas, Louisiana, and Kansas. So kind of similar to what we've played. I guess you could say. We played Virginia Tech, we played South Carolina State, and then we played Vandy. So 2 cupcakes and a Power 4 opponent for each one. Now, to me, we are 2 complete different teams because South Carolina, in my opinion, struggled in the 3 games and laid an egg last week, in my opinion, against Vanderbilt. Outside of a couple drives, they didn't perform well. So we looked a little, I guess, lost offensively, uninspired on defensively some in that game. Missouri, like I said, they played Central Arkansas, Louisiana, and Kansas, not in that order, but that's who they played. Two easy teams, which they had no problem with. And then Kansas, they back and forth affair through the first half. Second half, they pulled away and got the win. But, I mean, both Pribula, however you say his name, the transfer coming in from Penn State, has done a phenomenal job so far. He's completed 76% of his passes, got 7 touchdowns, 1 interceptions. They got, I think, a pretty dynamic combo at the running back position, Ahmad Hardy, the young man that transferred in. I think he transferred in from Louisiana Monroe, I want to say. So far, he's got 462 yards on the ground, 5 touchdowns, carrying about a little over 8 yards per carry. Jamal Roberts is their other back that can catch the ball out the backfield. They can use him either running the ball or catching it out the backfield. 222 yards, a touchdown. He's averaging about 7 and almost 8 yards a carry with the ball. Then you got the wide receiver. They got to transfer in from Mississippi State, and Kevin Coleman. He's leading the team, 258 yards receiving. They also got another one, Marquise Johnson, 173 yards. And they also got a tight end, Brett Norfleet. I think that's how you say his name, Norfleet. They like to use the tight end a lot. Missouri's a stretch offense. They like to stretch you, run on the perimeters, and they like to dink and dunk you. But once they lull you to sleep and trying to defend that, they're going to try to bust one up the middle or run up the middle or try to take the top off the defense and go with a long shot. So we got to be disciplined in our game plan. We got to make sure we fit in the gaps, fill in the holes, and containing both Pribula, because he can hurt you with his legs as well. They're a hell of an offense so far, and I know they haven't played a real hard schedule, but they are 62% on third down completions or completion percentages. So they like to stay on the field. They like to grind it out. They don't want the other team to have the ball very long. So far, their time of possession, they average about almost 38 minutes a game. So they like to control the clock and keep the ball away from the other team. So I think South Carolina needs to try to sustain some drives in this game. Defensively, they got a defensive end, Damon Wilson, 3 sacks. He leads the team so far with 3 sacks. And he also got Josiah Trotter from West Virginia. He's their leading tackler. So he's a hell of a linebacker. So we got to get to the second level and clear him out the way and open up some running lanes for Attaway or Faison, whoever's back there, Orland Norris. We got to do that. So that's just some things I looked at today. They averaging 52 points a game. Like I said, they haven't played a stiff SEC competition yet. This is their first SEC game. Matter of fact, they don't leave the state of Missouri till like mid of October, I believe it is. So they got a real favorable schedule, I guess you could say, to play that many games at home. And they averaging a little over 500 yards, almost 600 yards a game. Now, I said all that to say this. Like I said, South Carolina struggled with Virginia Tech. They didn't look too impressive on the offensive line against South Carolina State. And then Vandy, we all know what happened there. They went there and got embarrassed. When I look at these two teams, Missouri has actually, in playing their schedule, they actually took advantage of it and they look more complete or more like together. You know what I'm saying? They actually bonded, they gelled, they look more competent as far as an offense. And on the opposite side, South Carolina hasn't. So that's my take on it right now. Because if you look at us, we only averaging 25 minutes time of possession. That's not going to cut it in this game. We got to sustain drives. Our third down efficiency is abysmal. It's 31%. And yeah, the one thing that's kind of even with these two teams is penalties. They've both been penalized pretty good. Missouri's had 18 penalties, I believe, for like almost 200 yards, and South Carolina's had 23 penalties. So that's just my view of the game so far. I'll give my prediction here a little bit as far as score and everything. So, all right, it's on you.
Well, all these stats I had pulled up, there ain't no need to talk about them no more because you just did. you just named them all off. My beliefs are they ain't played nobody, man. And unfortunately, the history of our program, we're going by our same playbook. This is what we do. You know what I mean? None of this is shocking to me. Might be shocking to y'all, but it's not shocking to me. In this era that we're in, we played a Vanderbilt team that was better than we were. I'm not saying they're a better team. They outcoached us. They out-schemed us. We had 4 turnovers, legit turnovers, and then what, 3 more? So a total of 7. You're not going to win a game like that. I don't give a damn who you are. Unless you're playing Sumter High, and that ain't who we're playing. Now, you play an SEC team and turn the ball over 7 times. Sorry. Done. And we lost 31-7. Our quarterback went out in the second quarter. Do I think Missouri's a good coach team? Yeah. Yeah. I think Eli Drinkwitz will be Florida's next head coach. I'm being honest as I can be. I do. I've told you that before. If another SEC school don't hire him, something's wrong with them. They need their head examined. But are they a better team than we are? Well, that's why we play the game, to find that out. Because I truly don't believe. Do they have an easy path? Hell yes, one of the easiest in the SEC. But I truly don't believe they're a better team than South Carolina is. With our quarterback 100%. Now, if Norris is not 100%, they shouldn't play him. Now, I'm just going to be as honest as I can be. They shouldn't do that. And I don't think they would. There's enough doctors on staff. They would not do anything to put the young man in harm's way. You know what I'm saying? But if we can do what we did for the first 2 drives of the last game, I think we're going to be in the ballgame. I think it'll be a hard-fought SEC smash-mouth ball game. That's what I believe. That's what I believe. I mean, you've gone over all the stats. Who wins the turnover battle wins the game. That's it.
Yeah, I agree with you. Turnovers are going to be key. South Carolina hasn't taken care of the rock very well this year. I'm not sure how many turnovers. I didn't write that down. I'm not sure how many turnovers Missouri has, but I know they've thrown 1 pick, I believe, or 1 or 2 picks.
Yeah, but, in SEC FT, Ryan said that Beamer has a tendency to ball out when everybody's down. No, he has the tendency, actually, you're right, but under his era, we have the tendency to lay an egg. And when we lay that egg, and it's normally we're ranked when we lay the egg. You know, it's like Florida, Ole Miss, and I'm talking about the last few years, and now Vandy. When we lay that egg, we're always ranked when that happens. And then we're unranked, and then it's like the light switch goes off. And again, I don't know who the hell flips the light switch. I've said that earlier. I don't know who flips it, but somebody flips it.
Yeah. All right. I guess we'll I'll go ahead and do my prediction, give my score prediction and stuff. So, and then we'll open up the thing. If anybody wants to come on, if Ryan wants to come on, we'll let him come on. But you know, I said all them numbers a while ago and stats, and we talked about, you know, the difference between these two teams. And my whole thing when it comes to predicting this game now, in our preview and prediction video in the beginning of the year, I actually thought we had a legitimate shot of going to Columbia, Missouri, and getting a win. Actually, it was more of on the fence. I went with South Carolina because I really liked what was bringing back and the talent we had on the offense. So I went with South Carolina in my preview and prediction at the beginning of the year. But right now, looking at these two teams, like I said, it's all about for me. It's all about. It's all about. God dang it! The word skipped my mind. Execution. It's all about execution.
Okay.
And right now, only one team is really executing. Now we can talk about who they played and who we played and this and that, but to me, you still got to execute at the end of the day, no matter who you play it.
Okay.
And right now, only one team is really executing. And until South Carolina shows me that they can consistently execute a playbook and can block, I have a hard time picking South Carolina in this game. I really do. And so I know I see you shaking your head, and that's fine. We're going to disagree.
No. I mean, I'm listening to you. I'm like, okay. I get what you're saying.
We can disagree. It's fine. But until they show me they can put together 4 quarters, I don't want to hear no fourth quarter bullshit.
No, I don't like that. You know I don't like that.
Yeah, I know. Until you show me you can do it for 4 quarters and show some consistency and execution, like I said, it's hard for me to pick South Carolina. So with that being said, I may lose some subscribers. That's fine, whatever. Y'all do whatever. But I got South Carolina losing this game, 38-23.
Not so fast, my friend. Not so fast, my friend. South Carolina. Now, there's a lot of caveats to what I'm about to say.
Well, I could throw some caveats out there, but I'm just
yeah. But if Lenora Sellers is healthy, like 100%, word is that he is. Word is he's practiced every day this week, which I know the protocol. Have you ever had a concussion before?
no.
Okay. I have, but back then it was a shake it off and get your ass back out there. you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nobody gave a shit. Caviar is good one. Right? I said caveats. There's our brother Rooster right there.
Yeah.
If Lenoris is 100%, which I think the protocol is nowadays, that after showing no signs, this is what I read, so I'd be, if it's wrong, then it's wrong. Yeah. After having no symptoms, it's a 5-day recovery process. That's what I read. And the reason why I read it is because obviously my boy is playing his first year tackle football, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Just out of concern and knowledge of, you know, the young athletes that I'm around a lot. But I watched him walk in the locker room. I don't know if you saw this. And he threw his helmet into the vat with the wheels on it, with the casters on it. He threw it in there, looked like he's mad as 40 hells. Did he have a concussion? Well, I don't see why you would take him out of the game if he didn't. But as the medical protocol, did that take over for evaluation to take him out of the game? Because there's two different. It's not like what we used to do. You know what I mean? It's a whole different ball game now. I don't know. Somebody just said you are correct on the process when recovering now from it. Okay, thank you. That's what I read.
Roy Jackson, appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you, Roy. Appreciate you watching us too. But if that's the case, the player I saw walking into the tunnel and throwing his helmet into the vat, that was a pissed off player. Was he pissed off because he truly had a concussion, or was he pissed off because he went into the protocol? You know what I mean? But the hit wasn't that bad, man. But I can also say this, and I don't know if any of y'all follow NASCAR. Dale Earnhardt hit the wall at Daytona and didn't look that damn bad either. And it killed him. It snapped his neck. Yeah. So, who the hell knows? And for whatever reason, Beamer is keeping this close to his vest. I mean, close. But I'm going to go back to how we started. If Lenoris is 100% healthy, everybody now has a chip on their shoulder because we have now lost that game that we were supposed to win, which we need. As Gamecock program, we needed that. I'm going to call it right now. South Carolina wins this game outright by 7 points. The score is going to be 35-27. And that's 8 points.
So you got them covering. There you go. Mm-hmm. Well, there y'all have it. That's our prediction for this game coming up. So we're going to open up the chat if anybody wants to come on. If I can figure it out. There we go. Nope. There we go. And then, like I said, come on in here and let's chop it up and talk about it. Rocher says 31-28 Gamecocks.
Yeah, I mean, we ain't far apart, brother.
There you go. You got somebody on your side.
We ain't far apart. But I'm sure he's got a caveat, too, and it don't come with saltine crackers.
But now I'm not hoping we lose by any stretch of the imagination. I'm gonna be here cussing and yelling and screaming at the TV.
Well, let me ask you this question. Now you know there's a lot of times that I pick games and you and I, we talk every day. You're like, I wouldn't take that game. A lot of times I win.
Well, I didn't say you had to listen to me. I just said I wouldn't take it.
On the Pick'em Challenge, are you going to take the Gamecocks with 13.5 points? By your spread, I would say yes, you are.
No, that's 15 points. So
what did you say the spread was going to be? What did you say the score was going to be?
38-23. Okay. That's 15. So
all right, that's 15. I didn't.
Like I said, man, they got to show me. I don't know. I'm still debating. I haven't made my picks yet. I'll do them here in a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I'm not a betting man like you. I don't throw a whole bunch of money down or put any money down on hardly any games. I just do the Pick'em Challenge, and every now and then I'll do a game or two with you or whatever. But I don't. Yeah. So.
Well, I mean, listen. We're going into week 4, and I will say, first week or week, I didn't do nothing on week 0. That don't even count a week for me. First week, I didn't do so good. Seriously, I didn't do so good. Second week, I probably broke about even from what I lost the first week.
Yeah.
Last week, I did damn good. And you know I did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know I did. I did damn good. But guess what? I'll have to lose it all this week and go back even again. You know?
That's why I don't do it, because because my picks ain't always that great, and I'll probably end up losing a whole bunch of money. And then I wouldn't be able to do lives. I'd have to be at work every day.
Yeah, but the thing with that is, and I don't mind saying that out loud. I go into the season and I say, okay, I'm going to spend $500. I'm willing to lose $500. And when that $500 is gone, it's over. It's done. You know what I mean? It's done. But if you lose a couple hundred here and you got a couple hundred left, and then you parlay that into the next week, and then you break back even, you got 500 back in the account, and then you have a week like I had last week where you double that amount of money. So now I'm playing with house money. So, but that $500 is never going to leave. You know what I'm saying? If I lose what I won, then I'm back to the 500. When that 500 is done, I'm done. You know what I mean? That's how I don't bet with my heart. I bet with, with logical sense. I mean, if you go in and say, shit, there's no limit, then you're going to lose broke. You're going to walk away.
You're going to lose more. Hey, Rooster said the gods owe us one with a late field goal win over Missouri. So there you go. What's up there, SECFT? How you doing, buddy?
Hey, how you guys doing tonight?
What's up, buddy Ryan?
I'm ready to watch the Gamecocks win tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll tell you this, Rooster. I absolutely love your prediction, man. 31-28, and I wholeheartedly agree with what you said. If Carolina stops the run, they can win the game. They can absolutely win the game, and that's one of the keys you have to do. Because Hardy, it's one hell of a running back. The dude's got 462 yards.
Yep.
For week 4. So I mean, and look, I get it. I get it. And I mentioned in my video, Missouri ain't played. They played 2 cupcakes and they played Kansas. So I don't know what Kansas is. Their defense is suspect.
Yeah.
But I always
that's not an SEC defensive line. I can promise.
No. But I mean, that's a Big 12 defense. So that you know that's gonna suck. But I've always felt like Missouri's a program that, they get disrespected by a couple of people and they go out and win 10 games and everything, but they got to prove some things too. And for me as a South Carolina fan, in my video, I picked Mizzou to win only because, and this is the big reason why I picked them, I actually think Carolina's going to show up and play a big game. A lot of my friends are down and out right now, and I'll say this to you, Jordan Dillmaker. I'm with you on the fire Shula stuff from the fan base. I don't know why we're calling from someone's head like 4 or 5 games into his, first season, man. I mean, no. Now, for Marcus Satterfield, I was willing to call for Sat's head. I waited until 2022 to do that after the Missouri game because that was clear. That was clear. But I don't know why we're calling for Shula's head. Now, I get the frustration. I get the frustration with some of the things. South Carolina's offense, if you look at statistics, they're last to next to last in almost everything. I get that's frustrating, but I will say losing your starting quarterback does not help. And we were in that game last weekend until he went out. We were in that game. Our offensive line were doing their jobs. I mean, Lenora Sellers, maybe, and I feel like a lot of people are going to agree with me on this. He's the heartbeat of this football team, man.
Oh, absolutely.
And you lose that. I mean, that's going to demoralize almost everybody. That's your leader.
Ryan, do you remember this? We had text prior to the game, and I told you I was worried about our line. You remember that?
Yeah.
And after our first drive, they went down and they scored real quick. Well, not real quick. They ate about 5 minutes off of the clock, and then we got the ball for the first time. And you text me and you say, "What you think about that?" And I said, "We looking good."
Oh yeah, I was texting like, our offensive line, we're actually blocking. This
Yeah,
is unbelievable. That's what I
yeah.
was like. And I remember putting in the chat more of that, please. And yeah, if we want to win this game, we got to see more of that. I expect Lenore Sellers to play. I do. I think he's playing now. Like you said, if he's 100%, don't do that. Like don't risk the dude's life. Like if he's not ready to go, listen. I've had a concussion before. I know how brutal it is. You don't want to risk your head, man. It's
No,
I
I
mean,
mean the I've had a couple of them, probably 3 that I know for a fact were concussions. But back then, like I said earlier, they didn't nobody give a shit. You know, they
yeah.
they pretty much did the old DUI test to you. Follow this
Well,
finger. If you can follow it, they say, "How you feel?" Well, I'm all right. I was a little cobwebbed a minute ago. I blacked out for about 10 seconds. Say, like, "You feel all right?" "Yeah, I feel good." "I'll get back in." You know what I mean?
yeah. I So the story of how I got a concussion. I was in the classroom. I was young. We were running around and playing with friends. I accidentally hit my head on the wall way too hard, and I blacked out right there. The big thing I remember the days prior was the worst headache I've ever had in my life. The worst headache I've ever had in my life, and I just felt tired all the time. Like I felt like I was tired. I felt like I didn't want to do anything. Like that. That's kind of like every time. It's like having a migraine nonstop for a couple days. I don't know if that's anyone else's story, but that's how it was for me.
I again playing ball. I just described what used to happen, but the first concussion that I knew that I had was actually diagnosed with it. I was playing for Lake City, and it was JV, and we went to Johnsonville and played the Johnsonville Flashes. And I was the punter. I punted the ball, as well as receiver and running back and returner. I punted the ball. Perfect snap, caught it in rhythm, dropped it, could see the rush coming, got it off. I mean, just when I felt it when it hit my foot, it was going to be brilliant. You know what I'm saying? It was just perfect, perfect timing. Everything was perfect, and my lights went out.
Mm.
And the guy that was coming dropped his head, and he hit me, and he busted. I actually got a couple stitches right there. When he hit me, my face mask went up. He hit me on my chin strap. Got 2 stitches. But literally, my lights went out. OUT out. Just because of where he hit me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I remember them standing over me, opening my eyes, and they're like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, how was the punt?" You know what I'm saying? How was the punt? They were like, "Dude, it was like a 33-yarder." And I said, "Okay." I said, "Well, who hit me?" And they're like, "Well, they went up under your face mask, and we got a 15-yard penalty. So technically, I had a whole lot. That was my record punt, but with the penalty. You know what I'm saying?
How far did you say you hit it?
33.
33 yards.
Yeah. Well, that was good. I was playing JV football. That was a good punt.
Oh, okay.
For JV, that's honestly not the worst I've heard.
No, I
For
mean
JV,
that was a hell of a punt.
yeah,
Sounds like,
for JV, yeah.
sounds like a shank to me.
For
They said it.
college, yes, absolutely for college, but for a bunch of sophomores and juniors playing, I mean, that can be a little excusable. But I will say,
Oh, man.
for Rooster, Shula is in the hot seat because folks believe he's holding Sellers back and keeping him in the pocket more
Yeah.
than the actual play call, in my opinion. And I'll say I voiced this too. I do. I would like to see him do more with Sellers. Yes. I
Yeah.
will say this though, because of what happened last weekend, I wouldn't be too surprised if he doesn't. If he holds him back some more, just because he's coming off of protocol and you don't want to risk another thing. But
Yeah.
that
But
is, if there's one, go
let,
ahead.
let me finish this story. Go ahead. Finish what you got to say.
I said if there's one thing I've really criticized Shula is I do wish he would do more with Sellers, but that again, that's it. That's my criticism with Shula. Just let him be him, like Steven Garcia said on a podcast with Chief Gamecock Sports a few weeks back. Just let him be him, man. Let him ball his ball. And
Mm-hmm.
I get that you're trying to develop him and get him ready for the NFL, and that's cool and everything, but you got to let him use his skill as well. Because in my opinion, letting him go out there and show everything he's got, that's more NFL tape. That's more, if you ask me. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm just stupid though. I mean,
No. I mean, I think you're right. And
Mm-hmm.
again, Chuck, I was in the 7th grade and I punted the ball 33 yards. So I think that's pretty damn decent. But anyway, best punt I ever did in my life. And I got knocked
There you
out.
go.
And I
There
got
you
knocked
go.
out. And my mama carried me to the hospital because I had to get my chin sewed up.
Uh-huh.
They sewed my chin up. And I was, by the time I came back alive, like awake, I was probably knocked out for a minute. I would say a minute. Got to the hospital. They sewed my chin up. The doctor comes in. He's like, all right, what happened? My mama explains it to him. And he's like, all right, well, we need to check him out a little bit further. And she's like, what do you mean? Like, let's check him out. But you're right. I had a headache and dizziness for damn near 3 days, Ryan. It was the first concussion that I know that I've ever had. You know what I mean?
I can still feel it just thinking about it, man.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Because your brain swells, I believe.
Yeah, and I'll say, not to cut you off, well, as hard as I hit that damn wall, I think I'm lucky I didn't have a seizure. The nurse even told me that, like, you are, like, because I had to go, obviously, to ER, get everything checked. But I remember I hit the wall hard. I'm on the floor. I wake up in the nursing office, and I'm just, I'm kind of confused. I'm like, what the hell happened and stuff. My head's hurting bad. I feel like I'm about to throw up and everything like that. That's just, and that's how
The,
that was just brutal, man. That's all I can really say. Just brutal.
the second one I had that I know for a fact I had a concussion, got diagnosed with it, was my 10th grade year. And I went right through the damn line, head to head. And I mean, we hit like crown to crown.
Mm.
And I was a whole lot smaller than he was. And everything went black again. It's one of those moments, it's like your body just tingles. You know what I mean? Your body just starts tingling. And I came right back to. And I stood up and I was walking sideways like I'd been drinking liquor all day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything wasn't there. Of course, that was a concussion. Then the third one I had, I think in 2001, I was fighting a house fire on Lake Street. And the house collapsed on us and it shot me through the floor.
Oh God.
And when it hit me on top of the head, it plumb knocked me slam out.
Oh my Lord, dude.
Out. and
A house collapse?
yeah, it collapsed on us. Yeah,
Good Lord, man. I
and,
hope everyone was all right.
yeah. I mean, I had a concussion, smoke inhalation, broke nose, 7 stitches on my back.
Ooh,
The guy
man.
that was with me, it actually tore. He tore an ACL on one knee and an MCL on the other knee because I was standing straight up when it hit us. So it shot me straight through the floor.
Hmm.
He was actually on his
Man,
knees.
that's
He was on the nozzle. I was behind him, and it spun his knees out. And I spent 3 days in the hospital with that one. But
only 3 days?
yeah,
Mm,
yeah, only 3 days. But that's the 3 concussions that I know I've had in my life, and they ain't fun. But in the they're easier
no.
in the hospital though,
Oh
because
yeah, because they give you stuff to help you kind of deal with it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think
But
I'd have to ask my wife. She and I had, I believe, just started like talking, like you know how it was back in the day. We didn't have no cell phones. We were like talking on the landlines, and not even really dating yet. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And that was in 2001 that happened.
yeah.
Yeah.
Before I was even born.
But other than that, in my adult life, I've never had a concussion.
Well, let me
But
ask you
Rooster
this.
says I've had many of them to pick Coastal to beat South Carolina.
Well, let me ask you this too. And I heard what you said. For me though, the first thing I felt again, I woke up in the nurse's office, and the first thing I was like confused. I was asking her, "Where am I? What the heck happened?" and everything. The first thing I noticed is the room is spinning and everything. My head's hurting. The room's spinning. Like it's like you'll see the roof start to turn upside down. I don't know how many of you have ever been nauseous and dizzy, and you see the room. You can't even stand still when that happens. You fall to the floor. Like the
Yes.
room was spinning. My head was absolutely horrible, and the first thing they do is shine a damn light into my eye, and that hurt.
Well, that's the old DUI test. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? It's the same thing.
yeah, but boy did it suck though.
Yeah. That's the old DUI test. And it's the same thing because, and listen, my experience with a concussion, other than the headache, which you have after being drunk, don't get me wrong, but it's really no different of things being wishy washy. You know, you think you're walking straight, but you ain't walking straight. It is very similar. It is very similar, other than the immediate headache. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's very similar to being completely wasted. And at the time that you're wasted, your head ain't gonna hurt because you're wasted. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It in the test, to follow my finger test, when I went through the academy years and years ago, it's the exact same damn test they gave me in all 3 concussions that I had. The exact same test.
Uh, yeah. I'm sorry you had to go through that, man. Because that,
No,
I
shit,
mean,
I'm not
it's
sorry. It made me who I am.
yeah. Well, getting kill you makes you stronger. That's true. But
Well, failure. Let me tell you something. I've told people this many times, and I'll tell anybody this. You learn more by being wrong and failing than you ever will by success, because you learn
true.
what not to do again. Now, if you continue to do it, well, that's the definition of insanity. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
by definition. And I'll say this: I'm a Star Wars fan. I don't know who else was, or at least I was one. And I remember there was a scene where Yoda was telling Luke, and this is the new movies from a couple years ago, and he was like, "The greatest teacher failure is." That stuck with me because I failed a lot in my life. I'll be honest. I've learned from every single one of them. I
Well,
have.
who had?
Right, right. But it's like these. He's right, because you learn more when you fail than when you succeed. And I'll be honest. I decided today, and Chuck talked about this, and I appreciate it. By the way, Gamecock Chuck, that's going to be the normal style going forward too. So I really hope it is as entertaining as y'all think it is. But I'm starting a lot of my videos. The way I did it was boring in my opinion because I always had to steal a screen. I treated it like a podcast, but now I did the highlights and the commentary, sound effects and stuff, and I think it's a lot more entertaining to watch my videos now than what they were. And y'all might not agree with everything I say,
No,
and
no,
that's
I
fine.
do. I do. I mean, I extremely, and again, I've had probably, I don't know, shoot. I don't want to overshoot this thing. I would say maybe 100, maybe a little over 100 of salesmen under my tutelage through the years. And I would tell every one of them, failure is your greatest teacher. Because when you fail at something, whether it be this career, the next career, or maybe it might be with this customer, when you fail, you will learn more about what you did wrong than you will when you succeed. Because when you succeed, you don't think you did anything wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And so, therefore, there's not a life lesson taught. But in failure, you look back, and hindsight, as we all know, is 2020. You look back and say, well, what did I do wrong? Well, once you figure out what you did wrong, well, if you're smart enough, you ain't gonna do it again. You know,
yeah.
Yeah.
If
failure
you
is not a
truly
bad
care,
thing. Failure is not a bad thing.
yeah, if you truly care about being better, if you truly care about yourself and your life and everything, then you'll learn after the first failure.
Well, and also be a student of your own craft. And I don't care what craft it is. I mean, my buddy over here, I'm not going to say what he does for a living, but I will say this: he he drives a piece of equipment for a living. Um, well, if he drops, I don't know, $10,000 worth of merchandise on the damn floor, well, if he don't realize what he did wrong, then guess what? He won't have a job no damn more. Right or wrong, Chuck?
Yeah, but yeah, I don't drop nothing, no man.
See there, see he's a winner. He's a
Yeah, I'm a
winner.
winner, baby.
Yeah, he's a winner. So
Nah,
he ain't learned no lessons yet.
now I've been doing it about 20 years, so yeah, 20 some years, so yeah, I should be. But I do have slip ups, of course, so yeah.
But
But
Well,
at the
everyone
end of the
does.
day, it no matter what you decide to do in life, and I know you're not supposed to bring politics and religion up in videos. If you believe number one in our Lord and Savior, and you believe in yourself, and you study the craft of whatever it is you're doing, and you truly study it, and you become a student of your own craft, then you'll be successful. I believe that wholeheartedly.
I do too.
And you also need family and loved ones around you to support you. Don't give me that's a big factor too.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
yeah. Now, I'll say this: my first job, I worked at a hospital cafeteria. I was the cashier, and I washed dishes too. Um, there were a couple of times where I made a lot of mistakes for the cash register. Now, and I learned it. It was tough at first. They'll have someone train you for a couple of days, and then they say, you're on your own. You know how it is. But I had a lot of coworkers that helped me out, and that is what I think made me learn and grow everything. Because after every failure, my supervisor, I'd tell him I'm sorry for failing. And he said, look, man, you grow, you learn, and you grow. You learn and
Yeah.
you grow. And me and my supervisor now it was professional because again I'm not a boss. I don't know if I'll ever get to be, in a boss level. Maybe I will be. Because again, like you said, not to bring up religion, but I have faith in Christ. That's my faith, and I know He's got a plan for my life. But
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and I and I had a good, let's say, business relationship with him. Like he helped me out. We understood each other. I talked with him about how to be better, and I would say I was better for as long as I was with him because we moved, and I had to quit, unfortunately. And as soon as my doctor tells me I can drive again, I'm going out there and I'm gonna make something of myself. But um, yeah, you're right. When you have the right people around you to support you, you know you'll do things better.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. A Pork Rinds, he said Missouri 63, South Carolina 22. It could go that way. It could.
Oh Lord,
It,
please no.
it could go off the rails like that, but I hope not.
Oh God, no, man. That ain't happening, brother.
Hopefully we ain't that bad.
No,
Not
no,
41 points.
no.
I'm assuming he's a Missouri fan, or either maybe he just don't like South Carolina.
Probably one of those things. Yeah. What?
But either way, we appreciate you stopping by Pork Rinds and hanging out and giving your thought or prediction. So
Yeah. Hit the like button while you're at it too, and subscribe to the channel.
oh yeah, do
Um,
that. But yeah, man, like Jordan said, man, family around you, supporting you, that's huge. And
yeah.
it's yeah, and also having God on your side and in your back pocket or in your pocket in your corner, however you want to
That,
say it.
there's not
That
a
means a
better
lot.
person to have on your side.
Yeah, not a bad person, not a bad one. He's not a Mizzou fan, so maybe he just don't like South Carolina, or maybe he just a fanatic of he just likes football.
Either
But
way, I do have a question though,
uh,
because I was listening in the background while I was washing dishes. Who is this feelings destroyer guy?
I have no idea. He comes in here every time we come on. So hey, as long as he hits the like button, he can talk all he wants. But nah,
Yeah.
he's got a picture of the like on his profile, I guess, or whatever. It's the picture of the guy. I want to say he was at Alabama that was flipping off the camera.
Oh, that one.
Was it Alabama? Was
Yeah,
that?
yeah. That was that's a meme. It
Yeah,
was a fan in a blue shirt who looked
yeah.
extremely depressed and gave the middle finger. I will
So
say this though, I don't think any Alabama fan. Well, I'm wrong because there are some Bama fans that have that as their PFP, but I'm sure most Bama fans don't want to talk about that. Okay.
He's a damn Tennessee fan. I don't give a rat's ass what y'all say. He comes in here to piss me off. That's what he comes in here for.
well, there's a comment he left in there that didn't get shared because it was something. But he said he's not a Tennessee fan, so.
I'm looking at the comment right now. He said, "Who said I'm a Tennessee fan? I would KMS if I were that." That's what
Yeah.
he said. I'm not going to say what KMS. I don't want to risk anything.
Why
Yeah.
would you think? Oh my God! What? Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He put it in the next chat, but it never got shown. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody that say KMS to start with, that shows you they're a damn lunatic.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean that.
But this Port Ryan's guy, dude, I don't know where you from, but I love your name. And I love me some Port Ryan's myself.
That sounds like a perfect. If
South
you have a
Carolina.
barbecue restaurant, yeah. If you have a barbecue restaurant, you have some kind of combo.
Yeah.
Pork rinds. Oh my God, that'd be the perfect thing, dude.
George gonna get him some tomorrow.
I am. I'm going to shout out to him. I'm gonna give him publicity here. I'm going to Country Cousins Barbecue. I'm gonna get me 2 pounds of barbecue. I'm gonna get me a pound of white rice and red gravy, and a pound of candy yams.
Oh, candy yams. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes. You know what? Another story, real quick. And I know this is a football show, but I worked on Christmas last year. and we were serving a holiday menu, and because I was at the hospital. After my shift, they gave me a whole bunch of candy yams left over to thank me for coming into work that day. And that, you want to talk about making seasons bright? That made me happy.
My,
That made me happy.
I'm telling you, the only thing that would make what I just told you better, my wife's grandmother. Okay, now my wife has tried to, I guess, perfect these biscuits that her grandmother made.
Oh, Lord, no.
She's come really, real. My wife can get. She's like right there at it, and she's done this for years. Matter of fact, her and her cousin, he wanted to know how to make them, and she was like, "I can show you my version of them." And they tried it together, and he and her, I think they got really close. My wife has almost got it, but her grandmama made some of the, man. It'd make your tongue slap yourself. Now I'm telling you, they flat. The only thing, they were about that big around. They were flat, and the only thing you could see in the top of them, they were only raised about that much. You could see like 3 fingerprints in the top of them where she pressed them down when she made them. But I ain't never eat a biscuit that good in my life. Now I'm telling y'all, you could take those biscuits and a little bit of syrup and make a whole damn meal out of them. They were the best biscuits I ever made in my life. Now, and my wife's come close to doing it, real close. I have to give her credit where credit's due, but they still aren't her grandmama's. But they damn good. If she'll make them biscuits for me tomorrow, hey, we're gonna be eating high on the hog. No pun intended.
Oh, man.
High on the hog watching football tomorrow.
Now, and I've told y'all this story too. The Shrimp Shack down in Beaufort, that's a family-owned restaurant. I've tried, and I mean I've tried to kind of come close to what they do with the fried shrimp. I'm telling you, there ain't a better place in South Carolina to get shrimp than that. Maybe I'm biased because it's family run, but there is. I'm sorry, I've yet to have better. I've yet to have better. And Beaufort's a special place to me. I mean, I love it. That place means the world to me.
Are you talking about jumbos, butterflies, or popcorn shrimp?
All I know is they have fried shrimp there because I'm not a menu studier or anything like that, but I know uh, their fried shrimp over there in the Shrimp Shack is incredible. That's all I can say.
So let me ask you, are they small, little tiny shrimp that's kind of curled up together? Or are they long shrimp you have to pull the tail? Or you eat the front of it, pull the tail off of it? Or are they laid out?
They have a combination of both.
Okay.
From what I remember. But
Okay. Well, they're right here in my hometown. Obviously, I was born and raised in Manning, South Carolina. Well, that's where I was born at, but I spent most of my time in the Lake City, South Carolina area, which is where my mother moved to because her sister lived over here when her and my father got divorced. And there's a place in town, is a little restaurant, and Chuck, he's going to know exactly what I'm talking about because we talked about where I ate tonight, and he knew exactly where that was. It's called the Shrimper. And they make some of the best popcorn shrimp that you've ever eaten in your life. Now, I'm telling you. And I know the owner. He's a friend of mine. His mom and daddy, actually, I think his grandparents started. His mom and daddy ran it for years, and now he owns it. Him and his sister own it. And they get their shrimp. I'm not going to say to go to Georgetown and get them, but they're fairly fresh. I mean, they've been frozen, but they're fairly fresh. But boy, they got a good popcorn shrimp dinner. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you.
And I'll tomorrow. I know you said you gotta do something, but I'll text you tomorrow. You can respond whenever you're able to. But I'll text you tomorrow with some pictures. I mean, you said you've eaten at the Shrimp Shack before, right?
I have.
And I'll send you a picture of the shrimp, and that way, I will tell you that though. This though, it's amazing. It's
Oh,
amazing. Those shrimp burgers are you will not, dude. I can't tell you enough about those shrimp burgers. That's what they're known for too. By the way, the shrimp burgers. That's what they're known for. But I'll text you more about it, and we
okay.
can talk more about it off of stream, maybe on a phone
Yeah.
call or something. Whenever
Yeah.
you're able to. I mean, you're always welcome.
I,
But
I I meant to tell everybody this the other night, and I'm glad you just brought that up. Is as Gamecock fans, I don't know if anybody knows this, but there's a, there's an app, okay, and hold on, let me get the real name of the app. It's
are
powered
you?
by
Is it Forever Garnet?
yeah, no, I mean that's a part of it. God dog it. I got it on my. It's Experience Columbia, South Carolina. It's a Gamecock app, and like if I wanted to give you a ticket, that's how I would exchange the ticket to you through that app. Does that make sense? What I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, I'm trying to get the exact name of it right here.
It just lets you transfer tickets to other people.
Yeah, it lets you transfer tickets, but it gives you a whole lot of insight. Just like last game, they do these silent Gamecocks Plus, I think might be the app.
It is.
They do these silent auctions.
Oh, I
And,
think I know what you're talking about.
yeah, and you can actually like go in and bid on stuff. I got it a couple years ago. I'm not savvy with computers and stuff. I got it a couple years ago, and I bought some things off of it. You know, when I was at the Beamer Ball, they had a silent auction, but it's open to the public, to anybody. But last week, they were auctioning off a David Cocky, Gamecock Walk event to walk with the team,
Oh wow.
and let me see what else they were auctioning off. Hang on, because I screenshotted it because I wanted to tell you about it. I thought I sent it to you, Ryan. Maybe I didn't.
You can if you want to. I'll say this too. I actually, for my birthday, I went to that and I sent you photos of it, Jordan.
You did?
That
Yeah,
little Christmas event. I
yeah,
got to get a picture with Cocky. That was a great, and he signed one of my mini helmets. So that was a really nice birthday present to me.
yeah. Hold on a minute. Now I'm gonna tell you everything they auctioned off last week, and this week, obviously, this is a away game, so there's nothing up. But it's a solid auction every home game, and it's a lot of different experiences. You know what I'm saying? And it'll tell you the value of it. It'd be like the value of this is 200, and then you might see that it's the bid on it's 1,200. You know what I'm saying? But I actually bought one for my daughter to be a Gamecock dancer for a day on the dance team, and I'm not going to tell you what I paid for it. It's probably more than I could have, but I did it anyway. But hang on just a second. What all were they? I want to tell y'all exactly what they were auctioning off last week for the home game. Because once it expires, you can't see it anymore. You know what I mean? That's what drives me crazy.
Yeah.
But I know it was I can't find it. I know it was a Gamecock walk. I know it was a game day experience with Cocky. Then it was a sideline pass. And it's just a lot of different things. But if you get that app, it comes out every home game. A few days, I would say it comes out around about Monday, that you can bid on it. It's a silent auction. You can bid on it, and you can get it.
Those sound like once in a lifetime opportunities too, man. To be spend a day with Cocky and stuff, to Gamecock walk with the team.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I
Hey,
thought at
I'm
first you were
gonna be
talking
honest with you.
about
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've experienced a lot of Gamecock walks. That's a long damn walk.
yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I was looking up that shrimp shack. That's they got some good looking food on there.
Yeah. So
I had the
my
menu pulled up.
my daddy's aunt owns that place. So uh it's a great place. I can't recommend it enough.
Yeah,
If
well
y'all
they
ever go to
got
Buford.
they got all kind of shrimp on there. Butterfly, coconut,
Oh, coconut now. Now
popcorn shrimp.
Oh yeah.
you just made my
Now
tongue slap myself when you said coconut shrimp.
just wait until you try it. I mean, you think it's slapping itself hearing about it, well, just wait until you try it.
So
But
it looked pretty good. So there you go. There's a plug
yeah.
for the shrimp shack. Anybody down in Buford, go check it out.
I
Shout
love me
out
some.
to him.
There you go. Some free promotion.
Yep,
I love
shout
me
out
some.
to him.
Hey, from South Carolina, I call them scrumpses. I love me some scrumpses.
Yeah, but at first I thought you were talking about the Forever Garnet because they have stuff where you can pay for like a party of four. You can pay to get take pregame and postgame photos on the field, halftime photos with Cocky. Some of that kind of stuff you can pay for, like Forever Garnet memories, those kind of things. I thought about doing that last year, but my friend and I, we wanted to go to Gamecock Walk every time, and I think those things happen kind of during Gamecock Walk in a way. So I don't know how you could go do that, but me and my friend, we go to the Gamecock Walk every chance we get. Now I can't go to a lot of the games, unfortunately, because I can't drive yet. My doctor ain't cleared me to do that yet. But
Look at what I just sent you on your phone.
let me see. Woo, Sir Big Spur. That's another one of those Forever Garnet memories too. You can get photos with Sir Big Spur too.
Yep, my children held him.
Yeah, that. Who remembers that Duke Mayo Bowl when Beamer
Oh,
after
oh,
the
I
game
remember.
held yeah. But more about this Missouri game. I'll be honest with you guys. I know the offensive lines had their struggles, and I picked Missouri to win. For some reason, though, I got a strange confidence about this game. I really think the team's going to show up.
Ryan, of all people, I would not expect you to pick Missouri to win.
Well,
Our hit. I know you were born in what, 2003, 2004. What year were you born?
2002.
All right, 2002. All right. So you've been following the Gamecocks. You probably remember since 2000, what, 5, 6?
My first time watching South Carolina was the Liberty Bowl against Houston in 2006.
Okay. All right. So I'm pretty much right.
Yeah, I know where you're about to go. I know, and I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah. I mean, you know our history. You know our history under Beamer, which is probably the most important to you. I'm sure you remember a little bit of Spurrier era, but
I remember all of the Spurrier era.
yeah. But if you look at the history, what tells you we're not going to come out and look like a damn top 5 team tomorrow?
Well, I hate to say it, and you might disagree with me here, but I just got to be honest with you.
Don't say Mike Shula.
No, hell no,
Okay.
hell no. My biggest concern really is just the offensive line again, like because outside of a couple drives, man.
I can't disagree with that. You know, I would not disagree with that.
And look, again, they did their job, but they got to do a whole game. You know what I'm saying? I want to see them do that.
Yeah.
I want to see them do it a whole game outside of because again, and if you watch the video I made, I showed some highlights where, like, look what this offense can be when the line actually blocks, guys. Look what they can be when you can create running routes.
Yep.
And I think that's what pisses me off.
That pisses everybody off.
Yeah.
They have shown they can do it.
They can do it. They just can't do it consistently, and that's what frustrates me.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that's why. And look, again, I know Missouri's played nobody.
No.
But I do like what I've seen from them offensively. And again, yeah, you can say it's easy to do that against, a bunch of pumpkin patches like, Central Arkansas and Louisiana. But I mean, West Virginia lost to Ohio.
Yep.
There are teams that can't do that, And I have respect for what Missouri's doing right now.
Now let me ask this question. I know I'm going down a limb. Go ahead and finish, and then I'll ask you this.
I was going to say, but you are right. Every time South Carolina, it seems like gets smacked in the mouth under Beamer, they come right back up and do it to somebody else. We've seen it. 2021 against Texas A&M. I mean, a lot of us were doubting they'd make a bowl game. They come out there and smack Florida and beat Auburn to get a bowl game. 2022, we were all thinking the season. I don't care who you were. We were all thinking the season was over after that Florida game. You go out there and beat the crap out of Tennessee, and you do it again against Clemson.
Yep.
And then, last year against Old Dominion, everybody was down. Now, I never uttered the words "fire Shane Beamer." I never did that. But I said in the video, and I won't be scared to admit it. I said, look, if we play like this offensively, it's going to be a long damn year. And then we come out and we smack Kentucky. We were fantastic on the road last year. We were. Yep. The only game we lost was against Alabama. And it was by 2 points. A game we really should have won.
Don't get that game started with me, because me and Chuck's going to get into it.
Which one's that?
Well, I was talking about the Bama game from last year, but
he loved our damn kicker for whatever reason. So
that wasn't why we lost the game. But anyway, go ahead.
See there? You see how short he got with me?
Jordan?
Well, it wasn't. It wasn't the
Jordan,
reason why
I'm
we
sorry
lost the
to tell
game.
you, man. You want to know the reason we lost that game?
Puts the ball on the deck, turns it over. The
turnovers are why we lost that game to me.
I mean, I understand that, but when you
can't hit a wide open receiver in the corner of the end zone for 2-point conversion, but you blame the kicker.
To me, it was the turnovers. Now, Herrera missing didn't help anything, of course.
No, it didn't help,
but
it didn't cost
I don't think
game.
it's the reason. I think it's the turnover. You can't turn the ball over. And not only that, you had their offense on the ropes almost the entire game. All right, you had a lead, 19-14. There were a couple of drives where I really felt, hey, now, we could go and put this away.
Y'all do understand. I do understand why we lost the damn game. Okay, and listen, and I'm going to go back to the LSU. Did we catch a few shit ass penalties? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But that's not why we lost the game.
No. You blew a 17-0 lead.
If
Sellers was out and you couldn't stop them.
Here's the way I look at it. If you put the game in the kicker's hands or the referee's hands, guess what? You deserve to lose, some bitch. I'm sorry.
Agreed. Don't put yourself in that position.
No. And that's why I hate when they say we're a fourth quarter team. No, hell no. Be a first quarter team and blow their ass out.
Hey, how many quarters are in football?
4.
Be an all 4-quarter team, not a 4-quarter team.
That's my point.
Mm-hmm.
That's my point. Steve Spurrier said it best. Somebody asked him one time, I'll never forget this. He was coaching for Florida. I hell hated him. Okay?
I think a lot of people did before he came to Carolina, to be
Yeah.
honest.
They're like, you had a 27-point lead with a minute, and I think it was like, I don't know, like 37 seconds left. Why did you throw the ball into the end zone? He said, well, if we can score, we're going to score.
Yeah.
That was his mentality.
One thing I liked about Spurrier the most is he wouldn't bullshit you. He'd tell you like it is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to tell my players not to score if they see an opportunity to score.
Yeah, and again, I love Coach Shane Beamer to death. I do. I mean, he's a great coach, but one thing I really liked about Spurrier.
Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. It seems to me like if we get a 17-point lead, we play not to lose at that point instead of playing to win.
Yep.
And that drives me out of my mind.
Yep. Hey, want to welcome in R. Peso and Big Barney Ross and Andrew the Commodore. Welcome,
Andrew the Commodore. What are we thinking?
I did want to make a comment on what BBR said earlier. Big Barney, I know you're crying tonight because your favorite late show talk host is not employed anymore. I know that good Kentucky bourbon that you're drinking just don't go down the same tonight because you're having to watch us instead of him. Now I'm being a smart ass. But he knows what I'm talking about.
Hey, but Andrew, FT and I were literally thinking about the same thing at the same time regarding the fourth quarter team. Right minds think alike. Yeah, don't play to be a fourth quarter team. Play to be a 4-quarter team, like 4 quarters, all 4 quarters.
Well, I get what they're saying in this league. BBR said
it's the mentality of it doesn't matter how you start, it's how you finish. That's the mentality it goes off of. But
yeah, but
that's their reasoning behind it. But.
Well, I mean, playing in this league, most games in this league do come down to, 1-score game. I will say that, and I get it. But at the end of the day, put your foot on the pedal and don't never let up until it's over. Like BBR, Big Barney just said, Steve Spurrier would run the score up on a women's church league volleyball team. Yeah, he would.
Mm-hmm.
He would.
Yeah.
And guess what? That's why he's in the Hall of Fame and one of the greatest coaches ever lived. Hell. Damn, Nick Saban do the same damn thing.
Yeah.
And nobody talks shit about him. If he saw an opportunity to score, why would you tell your second string not to score? They're getting gameplay and time. Let them score.
That's how you win, scoring.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we were pretty good on the road last year, and I understand we have bigger competition this year on the road than we did last year. I mean, Kentucky wasn't good. Oklahoma was bad. And Vandy last year, we blew them out on their place too. I mean, they were good for their standards, but they weren't anything great.
No, they're not great now, and that's the sad part. That's the sad part.
And Dillmaker, I hate to say it, but a big reason why everyone's out on Shula too is because it's like, how do you get blown out by Vanderbilt? Oh my God! But it's also you can only muster up 17 points every few games. But I'm like, the reason I'm not on that train is because again, we're like 4 or 5 games into his tenure, y'all.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't count the bowl game. So let's say 3 games.
Yeah, fair. That's fair because the bowl game. I mean, you were without your running back and everything. So
yeah.
But it's too early. To me, again, I think there are things he could do better, but
sure.
Here's the problem: when your offensive line ain't executing, it's kind of hard to, everyone's blaming the play calling, right? How are you gonna really see the full potential of what you're calling if your line can't block for you, and the play gets blown up every couple seconds because there's no blocking. You know?
Well, consistently through the era of our coaching staff, our head coach, year 5, tell me when you've seen a line that actually did their job for 12 games. Let me answer that. I'm going to answer it for you. You had.
Yeah.
You had. And that is the problem. It is not the play calling. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, I believe this wholeheartedly. Had Lenore's not through to the interception, that offensive lineman made a hell of a play. He dropped back in coverage. He was in a linebacker spot. He jumped up, big as hell. How he could jump that high, I have no idea. Caught the pass. That was the turning point of the game. And then on the next drive, Lenore was the next drive of the drive. I can't remember. But he gets concussed. You know what I mean? And that was it.
Yeah.
It was over.
Yeah, but I understand what you're saying because Beamer teams. I mean, we have bounced back. We have, and again, this offensive line. It's just this is just what I'm afraid of, Jordan. I just be consistent. Can they do it consistently? That's what I'm afraid of. That's the
Well,
thing that's keeping me from picking Carolina here, and I hate to do it. I love my team, but that's what's keeping me from it. I
there,
see more out of Missouri's offense than ours right now. That's why.
there's 3 things we all know we can do consistently in life. Okay? 3 things. We all are going to eat. We're all going to shit. And we're all going to sleep. Anything outside of that, who the hell knows?
Yeah.
Because if you don't do those 3, your ass ain't going to be alive. You know what I mean?
Right, and if you're an offensive line, you can't block. Your offense ain't going to get where you want to go because
I can promise you that big ass is eating. I can promise you that big ass is sleeping. I can promise you their big asses is shit. But I can't promise you whether they're going to block come tomorrow night. You know what I mean?
yeah, and that's the thing. And another reason too is, you know, Prabula, he can throw the ball, man, and
Y'all know
Coleman.
what, though? Y'all know what? He can throw the ball, and the boy is good. He ain't the best quarterback.
Oh yeah,
He ain't the best quarterback in the SEC because I'm
no,
when I tell you who I think the best quarterback in the SEC is right now, you're gonna laugh at me. But anyway, it's not our quarterback. But he had the size and the speed of boys he's gonna have in his damn state defense. He ain't had that yet. And he's gonna see that tomorrow night. And listen, Dylan Stewart might not get for 1 sack a game, but that don't mean he don't impact the damn game.
oh he'll always get pressure.
Oh yeah.
He's a mismatch for almost everybody.
Yeah, I mean, they hold his ass damn near every drive. There's at least one holding on him. And
Yeah, look at what Vanderbilt did. They tackled him.
Yeah. Tackled him late on him.
Yeah, and ironically, at insult to injury, it was that same guy who was talking and saying, "Who's that? Who's that?" That was the same guy that tackled him too. So that,
yeah, but at the end of the day, this guy ain't never had no pressure in his face. And I'm gonna tell you the best quarterback in the league right now, in my opinion. And Chuck knows where I'm going with this.
Tell us.
That boy from Oklahoma, woo! Boy, he looks
Hell
good.
yeah.
That boy looks good. No, I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie.
man. Yeah,
that game is actually our game against them. Now I know I'm looking way ahead, and I know it's all about Missouri right now. But shit, that team right there is scary because that boy's good.
I think Calzada's real good.
From A&M?
No, he's at Kentucky now.
Kentucky.
Oh, Kentucky. Oh, shit, I ain't worried about that.
I was being facetious. I don't believe he's that good. So.
Oh, I was about to say.
No, he's not. He's not good.
But Jordan, you put a smile on my face because you know Oklahoma's my second favorite team. Close second too, and the reason's personal. So that put a smile on my face, and I will say,
Yeah.
Oklahoma's playing really good football right now, and they got to do it again against Auburn. I feel really good about that game.
Yeah.
But for
And,
South, what were you going to say? I'm sorry.
well, I was going to comment. Rooster, he confirmed what I was going to say. Stewart's playing because it was a personal foul. It wasn't
No,
targeting.
Stewart's not going to be out. No.
No, he
You
be playing
remember
all
the
game.
SEC literally talked about that earlier in the week. I think they said that he was good, so
Yeah,
he's not
yeah.
going to be out.
Well,
It was a personal foul. It wasn't targeting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a personal foul.
Yeah. Now, if it was targeting, then yes, but it was a personal foul.
His second personal foul, which is ticky tack. But anyway, they called it.
Yeah.
Hey, here's my thing. Let me ask y'all this.
No, the second one was a ticky tack.
No, the first one was.
First one, yeah. The second one, he actually knocked the quarterback. He shoulder checked the quarterback, I believe.
But how did we get too roughing the passers, but our quarterback literally gets concussed and no flag?
That's
Answer
just
that for me.
official incompetence, man. Refs not doing their job. I hate to say it.
That's Gomer
I
Pyle.
mean,
If you look at that damn the white cap, and I call him Gomer Pyle because that's exactly who the hell he looks like from the Andy Griffith Show. Every time he's the white cap in one of our games, it's bullshit. Every time.
I think he's going to be in Como tomorrow night.
Andrew says on 3
Seriously?
Sports said he missed the first half of the Missouri game.
Are you being honest,
No.
Chuck? He's going to be in Como
No,
tomorrow?
I'm not being honest, of course.
Okay.
But I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
No, I'd rather have old Big Arms. What's his name? Looks like he wants to be a damn fitness model. Now he ain't never done us no good, but hell, I'd rather have him than Governor Pyle. You know who I'm talking about. Y'all know who I'm talking about. He got a big old muscular arms. Look like he could be a damn wrestler or something. Damn, what's his name? I'll think of his name in a minute.
Yeah, I'd have to look it up. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I don't know. Andrew's talking about on 3 said that he's going to miss the first half, but that's not. I mean, Beamer's already cleared it with the SEC office and everything.
yeah.
So on
Yeah,
3,
on
they're not connected to the program or anything. They ain't got no clue.
No. I will say too, Rooster, since Rooster's in here too, I personally love to chat with you sometime because
I don't know why you
I
ain't
love
in
your
here.
videos. I truly love your videos. And I will say, Andrew's my friend, so he's a good guy. He's my friend and everything. So he's a good guy too, and he's a great guy. He's a supporter of y'all's channel too. So
Oh yeah,
shout out to Andrew.
yeah.
I
I
just
don't
thought,
know.
and
know why
I get that, Andrew, but yeah,
I
don't know
will
why-
say this. You don't know Rooster other than YouTube?
no,
Okay. Rooster. I know you can hear me.
He should be on here.
Hey, he's on here.
No, I'm saying he should be in the chat. He should
I
be
want
in
to
here.
learn. I want to get to know Jackpot better too.
Well, I can give you both of their phone numbers. I'm not going to give you their number without their. But if you want Rooster's number, that's one of the nicest guys you've ever met in your life.
Well, when it comes to the Gamecocks and stuff, I love to talk to him and everything because he. And again, y'all have, I'll admit it, y'all know way more about this sport than I ever could. I don't even know what some plays are. Like if one of y'all asked me about a playbook, I just say I don't know. You tell me. So I mean, I just got to be honest.
I will say this. Like I told you earlier, and it's anything in life. If you love something, you need to be a student of that, and you need to study it. And if you study it, it's probably going to drive you crazy to study it and know what's supposed to happen. and then watch what doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Now, I love football. But what I love more than football, and Chuck knows where I'm going, is I love baseball. And I can tell you anything you want to know about Gamecock baseball. Watch the games, go to the games, all the things. But this man right here, am I pointing the right way?
That man right there.
Yep.
Am I
Oh,
pointing
that
the right
man.
way?
Yeah, you are. You are.
Okay. That man right there, when it comes to basketball, that's your huckleberry. Now, I'm telling you, he knows anything you want to know about the basketball. Listen, our football knowledge, I would say, is about 85 to 90%. His basketball knowledge, 120. 120.
That ain't mathing.
Yeah, it is, too. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and I'd like to talk with you more too about stuff like that too, Chuck, sometime and everything. But I'll be honest, I'm grateful that I found y'all. I'm grateful I started coming on here and talking to y'all. Y'all are some of the best people I've ever met in my life, and I truly mean that.
Well, Bubba, we appreciate you. We really do. Yeah, I mean,
Oh yeah.
we truly appreciate
Yeah,
you.
I've been.
Everything.
You know, I've been watching.
Being a young man.
I've been watching you for a while. So
yeah, being a young man and everything you've been through in life, and take the Gamecocks out of it. Just personally, and you know this, you and I text. So we appreciate you. I admire you. I idolize you, and I want you to keep stroking. And you're gonna blow it up on YouTube. Now I'm telling you, you're gonna blow it up.
With my style, well, and I appreciate you, Jordan. And I introduced a new style that I think is far and above entertaining than anything I've ever done before.
Okay.
Far and again, Gamecock Chuck talked about it earlier because I'm showing highlights and I'm doing funny commentary and stuff with it now.
Right.
Some of the things like kind of like urinating tree does. I don't know if y'all know who that is. It's in that same realm. But y'all are and again, and I've loved hearing about y'all stories and too. And look, I'm a young guy and everything, but see, I come from a family too that's hardworking. That they've had to also push through, and they've done a lot of manual labor too.
Sure.
And
I think
I love hearing people's stories about that.
I think we all have. That's just
Even I have. I mean, I've been cutting the grass since I was 11 years old. But I mean that's how it is, man.
well. You see what Rooster just said, didn't you?
You can give Ryan my number. Yeah, I don't mind.
Yep. I'm gonna text it to you.
Yeah, but I'm hoping that everyone enjoys my new style. For those of you who watch here that do like my channel, and again, sometimes I go off of my feelings. I'll admit I was upset. I was angry. I said some things that, looking back now, later in the week, the more I've had more time to really calm down and think about some things, I've changed my mind on a couple things because I was mad at Shula a little bit after that game. Gamecock Chuck joined that live stream. I was hot. I was heated.
yeah.
Well, here's the thing, Ryan. That's okay. It's okay. Again, there none of us are perfect, right?
Right.
None. I can name. Wish I'd have met the man. I wouldn't be alive today had I met him. But there was one perfect individual, and he died for us, right? We all would agree with that.
Oh yeah. We'll meet him one day.
Yeah, he died for us to be imperfect. You know what I mean?
If we were perfect, why would he die on the cross for us?
Exactly. So he died for us to be imperfect. But I have met some pretty close to perfect people in my life, and I'm far from it. I'm far from that. But
Same.
at the end of the day, it's okay for us to be wrong. It's okay for us to be heated. We're fanatics. We are
Yeah.
fanatics for our team. And guess what? We're not always right.
No, we're not. And now I never called for Shula to get fired, but I fell into the play calling stuff too earlier in the week. I admit it, I did. Because I wasn't really thinking too much, honestly. I was mad. I was going off of just pure emotion and everything. And I love this team so much. All I want to see from them is just to win a natty. And that was really my first time since I was the last time we lost to Vanderbilt, y'all. I was just starting kindergarten, and I enjoyed. And everyone always clown me. Well, why are you hating on Vandy, man? What's the point of that? And I get what you're saying. It's not that I was hating on them. I was just enjoying the fact that if there was one team I could talk down on, it was that, because we really couldn't say a lot of stuff to anybody, honestly, when we were in those Muschamp years. And again, we can't really say anything to the Clemson fans. I know that. At
No.
least when we're going down in history, we can say, "Hey, we gotten y'all the last 2 out of 3 years, so ha ha." We can say that, but they'll just clap back. Okay, we've gotten you almost every year since then. And me and my cousin, he's a tiger. He is a tiger, and I'll admit it. I love him so much. I did go to their spring game to go and hang out with them. I'll admit that.
That's fine.
And he
Traitor.
listen.
I
I
kid.
was
I kid.
now look. I wasn't wearing no damn tiger stuff, so don't worry.
No,
Don't worry.
I ain't wearing that gaudy ass orange. No, I'm telling you.
No, 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 no. I no. He tried to persuade me to do it, and I was like, no, dude, I ain't. I'm not dehumanizing myself that way. I was
Here's the way I
joking.
look at it. Here's the way I look at it, Ryan. If I wear orange, it's because I got a gun or a rifle in my hand and I'm in the woods or a dove field or a duck blind, so nobody else shoots me. So I ain't wearing that damn color every day.
Right, but
That,
um, but when we took our seats, he puts his arm around me and points to that banner they got on the stadium that says 2025, and he said, "Look at that! You finally get to see a team that can win something." And I gave him the most obvious eat shit look ever. I was about to flip him off. I mean that's what he was doing, and I just look at him and I just say, "Well, Norris Sellers." I just look at him and I say that, and he just starts laughing.
well,
So
let me say this, and everybody's heard Dabo's rant the other day, right?
yeah, and I got feelings on that too.
I got major feelings on it, and I'll be honest with you,
Well,
unlike
slap the hand that feeds you.
almost like I disagree with that, but um, Clemson fans they all been out of shape about it. Well, what lie did he tell? He didn't tell a damn lie about none of it. The man did not tell a lie about none of it. And you know what? Of the most important parts he said about it, he lost 5 years in a row to South Carolina. 5 years in a row to South Carolina. And if they were going to run him out of town, that's when they should have done it. He said that. And then what's he done since then? Shit, how many ACC titles? 2 national titles? Whatever.
And
So
you're right.
at the end of the day, Clemson fans need to shut the hell up. If the man was fired right now, it is 10:11 p.m. He would have a new job at 10:15 p.m.
Right. And I'll say that any Clemson fan that's calling for Dabo to be fired, I'm sorry, but you're nuts. I will say this though. I can 100% understand their frustration when Dabo keeps threatening to leave just because he's hearing criticism. I
Okay,
can understand that.
but he's not threatening to leave, Ryan. He's not. He'll never leave. He'll never leave, and they'll never fire him.
Okay, and you're right. But when he makes the comments that, well, if they don't like me anymore, I guess I'll just take my ass somewhere. Like that's gonna come off as that to the fans. I'm not saying that's what it is, but that's what it comes off as.
Right.
And to my cousin said this. He's like, dude, thanks for what you did, but I was a Tiger fan before you, and I'll be a Tiger fan since. And I'm sorry, but if you're gonna look to the stuff you won 7-8 years ago, and say that, well, you did that, so therefore you're not accountable anymore, then maybe you should leave. That's what he said, and I was like, slow the brakes on saying he should leave.
All right, stop. I agree with everything you just said, what your cousin said. But the reason why they expect what they expect is because of what he's done. Okay, that's it. It's not even debatable.
Right.
When you have a coach that took you to the highest levels, then you expect the highest levels all the time. Well, that's because we're Americans and we live in a free country, and we can say what we want to say. Well, most of the time, and not be, punished by it.
Yeah.
But when you take a team from the ruins, I think Danny Ford wasn't it his name, Danny Ford, that won their first title. You take them from the ruins, you take over after Tommy Bowden, and you take them to where you did. And listen, he went through exactly what Shane Beamer's going through right now. I'm telling you, they emulate themselves, even different personalities. If you go back to when he took over to Clemson and you look at what Shane Beamer took over, it reminds me a lot of the same. It does. It really does. Both of them, neither one of them were coordinators. Neither one of them were head coaches before. Shane Beamer's going through those growing pains. If any Clemson fan, if you want to criticize Dabo, criticize the shit out of him.
Yeah.
The man's making $11-12 million a year. You have a right to criticize him.
And that's what I was trying to say too.
Yeah.
And the reason Clemson fans are upset. Now, I'm not a Tiger, so I can't speak really for anyone in their fan base.
But at the end of the day, the only reason why you're criticizing him is because he has put you to a blue collar team. Is why you can criticize him.
And I'll say this, and my cousin said this too.
Mind you, in a weak ass conference, but that's neither here nor there.
What's up, P Digits? Welcome in. He said Rooster was saying throw the purple jerseys away, and P Digits said keep them, but only wear them for Military Appreciation Day to honor the Purple Heart.
I thought that's what they were supposed to be for them. I'm not sure why they brought out purple for that Georgia Tech game. I don't know why they did that, but I will say this, and Dealmaker, I agree with everything you said. The standard they have in Clemson right now is because of what he did. Nobody in their right mind is going to argue against that. I will say this, though. The biggest reason why Clemson fans are mad is because they feel like you heard the hype going into them this season. Most talented roster they've had in 5 years. Mm-hmm. They feel like the talent's being wasted. And what they see and what they think is that Dabo's making a bunch of excuses about it instead of taking accountability as the man at top. I can see why that would frustrate them. But I also see what you're saying, and you're 100% right.
Let me ask you this. How about the hype we had going in? We talked about this earlier in the show. How about the hype we had? I didn't think we deserved to be 13th in the country.
No, that was too high.
Yeah, I mean,
it was nice to look at, but it was too high.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, what justified us being there? Nothing, other than we lost 3 games last year. Hell, we lost a ball game by a damn coach, old fatback standing on the other side, outsmarting our substitution rule because he got pissed off because we did a legal play in the end zone and brought it out, and he plumb outsmarted us. And he burnt the damn clock by doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest about it.
You want to know?
We got
Oh, go ahead.
outsmarted and outcoached.
Yep.
Yep. We were out coached last weekend too.
Yeah, out schemed too.
Yeah,
Major.
heavily out schemed, heavily. But
Yeah, our defense looked like we were zeros. It was horrible.
I hate
Yeah.
this. It feels like to me that the center of all the hype we were getting was around Lenora Sellers.
And it is. And listen,
Yeah,
at the end
just
of the
like
day,
PJ Lagway at Florida. That was all their hype that revolved around them too. They ain't got a head coach though.
well, listen, look at Arch Manning. What the hell has he done?
Yeah, he was anointed as the greatest thing ever. I mean, I'm as Oklahoma being my second favorite team. I gotta tell you guys, I can't wait for that game in Dallas. Because if they are playing the way that they're playing, and Oklahoma keeps playing the way that they're playing, whoo, buddy, that's all I'm gonna tell you.
Well, do you know who my second favorite team is?
Who?
Arkansas Razorbacks.
Honestly, I respect it.
And I'm gonna tell you why. There's rhyme and reason behind that. The first time I ever went to Arkansas, I was 9 years old. And, way back then, my father, not only a Gamecock, I guess, season ticket holder, booster, whatever you want to call him, and he was an avid outdoorsman, which I am too. He taught me how to hunt and fish all my life. And we would travel. At 9 years old, I went to Arkansas to go duck hunting for the very first time. And back then, we would pay like guides. You know what I mean? We would stay on their place and they would carry us out and go duck hunting. Well, about the time I was probably around 14 years old, I'd been there every year. My daddy and my uncle, they leased the place. And they'd been there, they'd been going long enough to know the lay of the land, if that made sense. And so we would go ourselves. And we had our own little, but nothing nice, just like staying in like a little camper and had our trucks and our boats and all the things. And we would go out on these farms and knock on doors and we'd like, hey, we're from South Carolina. We're here duck hunting. Do you mind if we hunt? Is that your farm? And they're like, yeah, that's my farm. Can we go shoot ducks? They're like, hell yeah, they're tearing our rice up. Go out there and kill them. You know what I mean? And so Arkansas, it plays a big. I spent so much time there. I love the Razorbacks. Now, the only few things that great came from Arkansas was Walmart number 1, Jerry Jones number 2, and Bill Clinton number 3. But duck hunting number 4. And that's why I love Arkansas. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Darren, is his name Darren McFadden? Or
Jared McFadden.
Yep.
yeah, I think he's that running back every Arkansas fan talks about. Like George Rogers is a running back every Carolina fan talks about, and for good reason. He's a Heisman winner. Did McFadden win the Heisman? Did he?
No, he did not.
He probably should have, if we're being honest. But
yeah.
But
I love. Listen, there ain't a damn game that Arkansas plays unless they play in the Gamecocks that I pull against them. Now I'm just going to tell you.
I have no ill will towards Arkansas. My mom's friends are Arkansas fans. They're from Arkansas, and they're good people. And there was one time when we went over there, they had Razorback shaped chicken nuggets at Walmart. That was so silly, but super cool to see too.
Yeah, but, I love me some Arkansas. That is my for sure.
They got some
second
incredible
best
pork
team,
too.
And I will say this: I don't pull for LSU. I spent a lot of time in Louisiana, obviously hunting, sometimes working. With the company I was working for at the time, I spent a few weeks a year there, about 3 weeks. at the time, but I spent a lot more time hunting there. Them Louisianians, whatever you want to call them, I call them Cajuns because that's what the hell because they talk all kind of. Y'all think I talk funny? They talk funny.
So
but they can cook, Bubba. They can cook.
listen. Arkansas's got some. Louisiana too. I mean, Louisiana. Holy moly, the chicken out there is incredible.
Damn a
I'll say
chicken.
there.
Damn a chicken. Listen. I stayed 3 weeks there back in. Let me think. 2000. I think it's 2004 or 5. I stayed 3 weeks there. And I was working. And the guy I was staying with, I was staying with him and his family, his wife and his family. And I was working for a company, but we were doing work for his company. And his son, which was a few years younger than me at the time, he said, "Babe, you like to hunt?" I said, "Shit, yeah, I love to hunt." I said, "I've been down here many times hunting." You know what I'm saying? I love to hunt. He's like, "You can go hunt with us today?" It was on a Saturday. I said, "What we going hunting for?" I said, "I ain't bringing no gun." "Don't worry about that. We got plenty of guns." I said, "All right, what we going hunting for?" He said, "We could go rabbit hunting in the morning."
Rabbit hunting.
Now, listen, this is what he's told me now. We go rabbit hunting in the morning, and then at lunchtime, we could go robin hunt. I said, "Do what?"
Robin hunting?
"Yeah." I said, "Do what?" He said, "Yeah." I said, I do anything you want, you know. I'll rabbit hunt with you, but I don't know about robin hunt. So we went rabbit hunting. We killed a bunch of rabbits. Then we went robin hunting. Now, to me, robin is a bird that lands in the front yard and eats the seeds out the grass. A red-breasted robin, right? To them, it's like us shooting dove around here. We killed the shit out of them. They made a rabbit and robin stew. Seriously. It was the best thing I ever eaten in my life. Red-breasted robins and rabbits. Y'all, I'm telling you. It was finger looking good.
Huh. Okay.
Right.
Interesting.
I have a little skit series, where I like to do skits too. It's a comedy thing. I don't know if y'all seen SEC teams. That's just a little skit I do. But I have friends from Louisiana, and I do a little Cajun voice to them, and I send it to them, and they say you are nailing that Cajun voice. They love when I make that voice. Like when I talk like this, or whenever I talk like this or something. They like whenever I do that for some reason for LSU, and they're LSU fans. They're big LSU fans.
Now,
I will say
those are
they
different people.
make. What's up?
The LSU down in the parts I was in, they're different kind of people, and I mean they're good people. Now I'm not saying that in a mean way. They're good people, religious people, you know, all of the things, but they're different than what you would think. I mean and I call myself an outdoorsman because I consider myself to be, because there's not and Rooster is too. Yeah, he's in the Sunshine State and he don't do it much anymore because he's more cityized is what I call it, cityized, and he's gonna comment on that. I promise you, he's gonna comment on that. But he was born and raised in the same country I was born and raised in. Well, we hunt and fished. That's what we did. We hunt, fished, and gamecock football. You know what I mean? I mean that was our life growing up. But them people down there, but I'm telling you, they're a little bit different. Not that they're tougher than we are. No, I'm not saying that. But they kill a rattlesnake on the side of the road. They'll cook that son of a bitch. Like literally, they'll run over it and cook it. Now, I eat a lot of things, and I'm not afraid of a lot of things. I'll grab a possum straight by the neck. I'll grab a coyote straight by the neck. I ain't gonna grab no coon by the neck. No. You
About
be
to say
done.
you gonna do that to a lion?
No.
What about a spider?
A what?
A spider.
Oh, damn, a spider. I ain't scared of no damn spider. But at the end of the day, I ain't grabbing no damn raccoon by the neck. No, hell no. No shit, no. Yeah. I've seen a coon with 3 dogs. No, I ain't grabbing no damn coon. And
I agree with Rooster. You need an outdoor channel.
oh shit, Rooster and I, we used to do the same thing, but and he knows it. I probably shouldn't say it, but we used to damn trap coyotes and sell them. That shit was illegal. You know what I mean? You walk up to a trap, man, and you got a leg trap, and you got a coyote in it, but there ain't but one way to take him down, bro. And that's to grab him by the back of his neck. That's it. That's the only way to grab him. And hey, fight or flight, man to man. Either you're gonna get bit or you toughen up. And Rooster knows what I'm talking about.
Uh-oh. Where'd Chuck go?
He dropped that.
Oh. I saw someone say my OSU accent sounded foul. I didn't do it right, though. I didn't do it right. My lips are kind of chapped, so I got to get that figured out. But I will say this. Gumbo.
Yep. Best thing I ever eaten in my life.
Oh, my God. That is something that my friends from Louisiana, they make the best gumbo in the world, man. I mean, unbelievable.
And it's got crawfish in it too.
Yeah, and they'll make shrimp gumbo for you too. Now that'll blow your mind away.
Yeah. What's up, Wesley? Hey, sorry about that. My internet dropped out. I had to fix it.
Just like the Heisman hype for Arch Manning.
Big Barney Ross, what you talking about? Bush bunnies. I'm sure you're talking about coyotes.
Bush bunnies.
Chuck disappeared like Arch Manning's Heisman hype.
The hell with a damn coyote. Well, you know, it was, who was that? Was that Billy Cole? Yeah, it was Billy Cole. I'm pretty sure. A couple years ago, talking about, oh, I feed the raccoons on my back porch. I said, you crazy as hell. He said, what do you mean? I said, Bo, a raccoon will tear your ass to pieces. He said, no, I feed them every night, along with my cats. Y'all remember that? Chuck, do you remember that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that conversation.
I said, Bo, something wrong with you.
Crazy.
You don't know a damn raccoon the way I know one. A raccoon will beat 3 dogs' asses. Now I'm telling you, I'm talking about running hounds, coon hounds. You
They'll
shoot them
split
in the
you
foot.
wide open, dude.
Yeah,
you ain't pissed one off yet.
And drop them amongst 3 hounds. Now you would think them 3 hounds are gonna tear that damn coon apart, and they will. But at the end of the day, that coon won because you have to go stitch them damn dogs up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they'll slice you up, man. If you piss them off, they will slice you up.
Yeah. Now a possum. Now listen, I made a video. I sent it to Chuck. I sent it to Rooster last year. I had a possum on my back porch, and I ain't scared of nothing. 0 zip of a damn possum. He sat there with his mouth open, like he's gonna do something. Of course, you know they play stupid. Well, a possum can't move that damn fast. You think they can, but they can't. You grab that little rascal by his tail, you got it. You got it. Ain't nothing he can do about it. You can hold him upside down. Ain't nothing he can do about it. But a raccoon, I wouldn't grab one by the tail if you paid me to. Hell no. A raccoon like a damn cat. He'll tear your ass alive.
Well, Jordan, you know what I'm hoping for? I'm hoping tomorrow South Carolina's defensive line makes Pribula a possum running for his life. That's what I'm hoping.
Well, me too, and I believe that to be true. I mean, I told y'all my prediction earlier. I stand by it. I think this is going to be the upset of the weekend.
If I'm being honest, I have a feeling you're going to be right. I just have a feeling deep down you're going to be right.
As long as Lenoris is at 100%, and from the information I got, I believe he is. Now, if I'm wrong, hell, he won't try that on the field. I don't know.
Yeah.
But my daddy has never told me anything that he didn't hear pretty directly. I did ask him, I said, do you know this for a fact? He said, no, I don't. You know what I mean? No, I don't.
Well, like this coach is keeping everything from you. You know, it's hard to know
Yeah.
everything.
He
Is
said,
they're gatekeeping this. Like,
he said, but I do know he practiced. That's what he
Yeah.
told me.
Hey, be safe there, Wesley. Appreciate you stopping by. Hit the like button on your way out and subscribe if you haven't already.
yeah, subscribe to Gamecock Chuck and subscribe to Jordan Dealmaker too. Or is it? What's the new channel? What's the new name for your channel, Jordan?
Gamecock Sports with the Deal Maker.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So go sub everybody up, man. But yeah, it's gonna be a good game tomorrow. We'll see.
Look, on one hand, again, I have my concerns for this offense, but I've gotten feelings for some reason that South Carolina is going to win this game, and I've been asking myself, I'm like, what have you seen to have this feeling, man? I said, well, what the hell did I see to have a feeling for the Texas A&M game last year when I had a gut feeling and they won the game? What the hell did I see? What were you going to say?
No, go ahead. Finish your statement.
My gut picked a lot of South Carolina upsets. Now, during the Tennessee game in 2022, my mind was all over Tennessee killing us. But I had this feeling inside. I'm like, wouldn't it be the most Gamecock thing ever to lose to Florida the way we did and then go out and beat top 5 Tennessee? And that's exactly what happened. And in a way you couldn't imagine. I mean, that was the most points a ranked team, an unranked team put on a ranked team and forever. But you guys all know we cheated for that. We had their signals, so it doesn't count.
Oh, shit. Don't. I know you're joking. Don't even go there.
You know, I made a comment on Rooster's channel, but I think it got filtered out. When he talked about conspiracies and everything, I made a comment. I made a joke with him. I said, a conspiracy theorist must be Sports Talk J or something like that. But I think it got filtered out on his video about, Beamer's conspiracy theory comment.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, no, not a conspiracy. Mm-mm.
Well, let me say this: Big Barney Ross, he thinks the Zebras will not allow South Carolina to win. We shouldn't leave it in the Zebras' hands.
Yeah.
No, but I haven't seen anything to be optimistic about us winning tomorrow. So,
all right,
I'm in Dobson.
I think we're going to win.
I know. Our predictions on the screen. So there you go.
We hope you're right, buddy.
I'm hoping you're right.
I
haven't seen anything yet. So
I think we're going to win. But going back to what you said a minute ago, is look at the history. People ask you why, you got a funny feeling. Did I not text you, Ryan? You asked me, Dealmaker, what do you think about this game? Do you remember that text? I can read it to you. And I said, I got butterflies in my stomach. Is that not what I told you?
Yeah, we were talking about the Georgia Tech Clemson game. We were both talking about the ending of it, and I asked you, what do you think about our game tonight, man? It's funny to point and laugh at them, but we got to go and do our job tonight too. That's what I was saying. And you said I have butterflies in my stomach, and I told you I understand. I did too.
Yeah, there was something in me that told me we were not going to win that game. Told Chuck the same thing.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I wanted to be confident about it, and I was telling myself all week, people are disrespecting us, so we're going to win. But I'm like, was anyone really? And yeah, there was some chatter, but were we really being disrespected, man? We were a favorite. You know, most people I saw pick the game actually picked us to win, so it really wasn't valid. But again, my history with gut feelings and everything, and I guess what? My gut's still telling me we're beating Alabama this year. Like that hasn't changed.
No, that ain't changed for me either. But I'm telling you, I'll tell you this: if we don't go out and make a statement tomorrow, we're gonna be in trouble.
Yeah, 100%.
It-
You got to win this game, man. You
yeah,
got
bottom
to.
line. If we don't go out and make a statement tomorrow, we're going to be in trouble for the rest of the year. But I believe we're going to see, if he's 100%, and I keep going back to that, we're going to see the Heisman Trophy Lenore's candidate that everybody wants to see. I believe that.
Hey, I mean, in your defense, man, I mean, again, we've seen what this offense can do when the line does their job. I mean, who remembers that deep ball to Harbor against Virginia Tech? Look how good the line was blocking, y'all.
Damn that play. Look at what they did the first play of the game when Doty was in. That was, they ain't no damn way nobody would have caught Harbor on that slant.
He was gone. He was absolutely gone. And yeah, they were protecting Luke Doty. And look, it's not like Doty was terrible in that game. He was thrown into a rough situation. Again, I wanted to see Error Cutter just because, you know, they're kind of the future of your program, right? A guy like Doty's not going to be here, but
we've been on here for 2.5 hours, and that'd be another 2 hours for someone to explain and make my mind wrap around why we don't have a young and upcoming quarterback ready to go other than Uncle Doty. You know what I'm saying?
Garcia said it too in a podcast. He's like, look, there's a reason Aaron Nolan ain't playing. Yeah, I get it. None of us are in the room. None of us are in the program, so we can't see anything. But
you know
Doty,
what? And that's coming from a guy that was inside of the program with Steve Spurrier as the head coach. Now, mind you, Steve Spurrier was also the play caller and was no matter what anybody's got to say. It wasn't G.A. Mangus. Steve Spurrier called his own plays. Okay. And he was also the quarterback's coach. This is coming from a guy that missed a lot of practices, mandatory practices that he was supposed to be at, and still started the damn game and won the damn game. You know?
Yeah.
There you go. Rooster's right. I am never optimistic. It's a battle between Jackpot and Chuck, who is the most cold water Gamecock YouTuber.
I can tell you ain't been watching me much. I mean, I've called my shots over the years too, buddy. I've been called a downer. I've been called a doom and gloom guy sometimes because I've said some things. And again, you're right, but y'all have to understand, in the moment, while it's happening, you're going off raw emotion. Yeah, you're going to say some things without thinking sometimes. You're going to say things that you're going to be wrong on later. It happens.
Sure. That's life.
And all Chuck wants is to see reason to believe. Because right now, I'll be 100% honest with you guys, the offensive line had a good couple drives. They did. But they haven't been consistent for an entire game. I think that's what we're all waiting to see.
And here's what you don't know, Ryan.
A lot.
No. I'm not saying that. No. You're very knowledgeable. Very knowledgeable. But I'm
just joking
about this guy. He is so pessimistic about our football program. But you wait till basketball rolls around. I tell you, if he tells you we're going to win or we're going to lose, put your money on it. Now, I'm being honest. Put your damn money on it because he knows it. He knows it like the backside of his hand. And I'm not saying he don't know football, But he's looking at the history of our program, and I'm looking at the history under Beamer, and this is the time we come alive. That's why I'm choosing this is an upset game.
And I agree with you. I agree. This is the time when we look at history where the Gamecocks play well. Yep. It is.
We just lost a game we weren't supposed to lose, and the switch comes on.
Let me tell you this too, Jordan. A little counterpart, and again, I respect your opinion. I agree with it. South Carolina been dominating Vandy 16 years in a row. History didn't matter last Saturday night. Unfortunately, you got to go out there and execute. You know.
Well, hell, I watched Jackpot make a video 2 months ago, and he said this streak is bound to be over. And it was.
Yeah, I mean,
all streaks, yeah.
That wasn't lasting forever. I hate to admit it, but it wasn't lasting forever.
Hey, and just so happened, we busted Clemson's damn home winning streak. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So every streak is meant to be broken.
Oh yeah.
But guess what? Eli Drinkwitz is much, and I know, is he nerdy? Yes.
Dorkwitz.
But is he smart? Yes. Is he a good head coach?
Yeah.
Yes. That man has got a big job awaiting him. I don't know what it is. I think it's Florida. But at the end of the day, he's a hell of a head coach, and he's pissed off, and he's been pissed off. When he was at App State, and they didn't pick him as head coach of South Carolina because he was probably the top candidate, and they passed him by, and he's focused on our game every damn year.
Did you watch his press conference?
Oh, I watched every second of it.
Man, he did say one thing that I really, really liked that I wish our coaches would actually incorporate into our program. He said that the best players get pushed the hardest, gets coached the hardest.
And that's a fact.
Yeah, I like that. I wish our offensive line coach, I wish Beamer would incorporate that in our freaking everyday practice. You know, if you're one of the best players, you need to get pushed. You need to get pushed hard. Coached
listen, and I've told y'all this time and time again, I've never played offensive line. I ran behind the offensive line, but I've never played it. But it's not freaking rocket science. You know, it's not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, it's not. If you weigh 320 pounds, in your first 3 steps, you can get off quicker than I can. At 5'8", or 5'7.5", whatever I am, at 155 pounds, grab that sumbitch right here between the tits and push him backwards. If you don't do nothing else, that's all you got to do. It's not rocket science, but it's almost like our offensive line doesn't know where am I supposed to block the guy on my right shoulder or on my left shoulder?
Yeah, it's almost like they don't know what to do sometimes.
Exactly.
And that's why
you can tell it too.
Us.
Yeah, and that's part of the things that concern me a little bit. But I will say this though, Chuck, you're a basketball man, right?
No, that's what Jordan says.
How you think they're going to do this year? Rough season last year, coming off of a March Madness appearance.
You got to clarify with him now. He's both men's or women's.
Men's. Men's. How does Lamont Paris respond to a rough season last year?
I think it'll all be determined on how well Meechie Johnson runs the point this year. Because in the past, when he was here before, he was real streaky, and unless he's improved his game, his shooting and consistency, it's gonna be some growing pains this year, man. We got a lot of young pieces there. We got some transfers in, so I'm looking for probably similar, probably a little bit better than what we did last year.
And yeah, I can see
I
it.
wouldn't say we're not going to we're not going back no tournament.
No, you know how rare that is, unfortunately, for this program to go to March Madness. It shouldn't be like that, but it is for whatever reason.
Yeah, and the girls, I think if Medina Ocott can come in there and solidify that big position, that post,
that's what we were missing.
We're missing that last year. I think we got some pieces coming in from the transfer portal with Tanaya Latson. I think she led the nation in scoring last year. Got her and Raven and Tessa, all them girls. I mean, I think we got the outside shooting.
Yeah,
And
Raven.
if we can get that perimeter, that post secured, I think we got a shot to get back to at least the maybe Elite Eight, Final Four. But
Chuck, I'm gonna go further.
But if she does not, if she's a bust, or not really saying a bust, but if she can't get a job done out in the post, then we're not gonna go far, because that's what we was missing last year.
Yeah, you can tell because the women's basketball team, something was off last year, man. Now they still made the national championship game, and they lost to Paige Beckers, which, I'm glad she finally got one, but I'm not glad it was against South Carolina.
Well,
but you could tell, I mean, they got blown out a couple times, man, and it was different.
UConn, man, their problem, the reason why they haven't won as many as they have lately is because of health. They haven't been a healthy team, man. I think this past year was the first time they've all, played together.
But you got to think about it, though. They had their struggles, and they still made a natty game. I think we get back to the national championship this year. Do I think we win it? I don't know.
Well, the problem is, and Chuck will agree with this, as far as women's go, what we suffered from last year was we didn't have that dominant big. And, if you don't have that dominant big, I mean, we have made our name off of that. That's just having that gal. You know what I'm saying? That one. That one that if you come up in there, she going to hurt you.
Yeah, we didn't have no
Boston.
Asia Wilson, Carmilla.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, Cardoso.
Yeah, we had that gal. You know what I mean?
Now, can the guys be good? I mean, they can, but I don't see it year one or this year coming up. I think they need some time.
And again, you and I talk every day, and I respect your opinion on basketball more than I do anybody's, and you know that. And you and I agreed with this. Our issue was point with men. And if we got a point guard that can set every play up, at the end of the day, Lamont's going to have a defense. I mean, it's just Lamont knows how to play defense. He coaches defense very well, a whole lot better than he does offense. Yeah. But if we got a point that can run the floor, then I think we're going to be okay. Do I think we're going to go to the title? I mean, or to the playoffs? The tournament? I don't know, but I would love for us to be on the verge of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we got to get that consistent play from Michi, and hopefully Miles Studi stay healthy. He got his other year of eligibility. So,
Rooster, I'm loving every second of watching Oklahoma State lose. I hate them. I hate Oklahoma State.
But it's gonna be fun to watch the basketball team this year because they got some good pieces. They got a young man from right here where I'm at here in North Carolina on the team. So, be interested to see how he does.
I got to be honest with you, Chuck. I don't follow basketball the way I follow football. I'm going to be honest with you, and I watch the games, but I'm not a big basketball guy. admittedly. I've never been to a South Carolina men's basketball game, though I've wanted to go to one. I've never been to a Carolina basketball game. Football's my sport. I mean, that's my sport. I love it. I love watching football. I will tell you this, though. Sandarius Thornwell, that might have been the most fun basketball player I've ever watched.
He was good.
Chris Silva was pretty. Silva did some really nice things too. I mean, that dude could dunk. Who remembers that insane dunk he had against Duke? That would blow your mind away. The crowd, and that's the famous thing where you saw those UNC fans holding the Gamecock towels, jumping up and down. That was after that Chris Silva dunk. I could tell you about that.
All right, let me ask you this. How many women have you ever seen dunk in college basketball?
There's only been
Probably
three.
about one or two.
Okay, and who did one of them belong to?
Well, South Carolina.
I think it was Aaliyah Boston, right? If I'm not
No.
mistaken.
Ashton
Oh
Watkins.
no.
Ashton Watkins.
Oh,
She's been dunking since she was in like 8th grade.
That to me, her first one, when she broke, and I was like, do it, because we all knew she could do it, because we watched her, when she jumped up and like slammed it, I was like, bam! Everybody knows who South Carolina is now.
Yep.
She's dunked it twice in a game.
I don't know how I missed that. I'm sorry, y'all. For some reason, I thought Aaliyah did it once. I thought there was. I'm thinking of that. No, I'm thinking of some kind of layup she did that was kind of close to one, but no, that wasn't a dunk. I'm sorry.
You got. I think there's only been maybe 3, maybe 4 ladies that's dunked. I think
they don't dunk a lot in women's basketball.
Ashton's done it a couple times. There was a lady
Ashton's done it twice that I know of that I watched. I think, what's her name? Oh goodness, what's her name that with the deep voice that plays and improves?
Brittany Griner.
That's her, Brittany Griner. That was locked up over there in Russia. She did it.
There was a lady from Tennessee that done it too. I think of her name. But yes, because she actually won this. I think she won the slam dunk contest. I guess was it like a high school slam dunk contest, something like that. The same thing that Ashton Watkins won. So,
yeah, I mean, yeah, everybody's talking about that dude, Brittany Griner. Come on, bro. I mean, it could be a dude. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, but yeah. So I'm ready for basketball too. It's okay. I mean, but right now we're gonna focus on football. So
yeah,
right. I just wanted to ask you since.
No, you good.
You're the basketball knowledge man. I know it's coming up in a month
baseball
or so.
Guy. You want to know what we're gonna do in baseball this year?
Tell me.
Nothing.
Yeah, that's all I've been seeing from us.
Nothing. That's what we're gonna do. Nothing.
Yeah, did nothing again. Yeah.
Yeah. Get ready for it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we are.
I'm sorry to say, but we ain't been shit since Ray Tanner's been here, man.
We are recruiting pretty good.
Yeah, there was like maybe 1 or 2 years under Chad Holbrook, and that wasn't really impressive either, if I'm being honest with you.
Well,
you could get to the supers, but that was about it.
Well, that was better than what we did after him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mark Kingston and that. Holy, I don't even want to talk about Mark Kingston, man.
Listen.
Yep.
Everybody talks about the old man. Why we hired that old man? I'm gonna tell you why. A lot of people ask why we hired Lou Holtz, right? Same reason. That old man, Paul Maneri,
he's got a good track record.
He's gonna get us to the next step, not the next level. To the next step to be able to go to the next level. Does that make sense what I'm trying to say? Yeah, he's going to get us to the point.
To be fair, he has a winning track record.
Yes, but he's going to get us to the point to hire a Steve Spurrier. You know what I mean? Like Lou Holtz did.
Hmm.
I mean, you talk about Joe Morrison, Sparky Woods, Brad Scott, to Lou Holtz,
Yeah.
then the damn Spurrier, damn Heisman Trophy quarterback, and a SEC and national title winner. I think Maneri will get us there. My problem is Monty Lee. That's our biggest damn problem. Just like our offensive line in
That's
football.
our issue.
Yeah, I
Yep.
don't know why we brought back Monty Lee, man.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah, we decided to bring that guy in back from Clemson and give him a home again.
Yeah,
Oklahoma State's about to lose to Tulsa. I am so happy.
I am not happy
Why,
because
did you put some money on it?
no, I did not.
Oh.
But I'm not happy because that's a good head coach that they're probably going to run out of town. That's been there a long time. That's going to have a job 5 minutes later when they do it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll say this again. Reason I'm happy, Oklahoma is my second favorite team. I hate Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
Gundy's a good coach, for sure. But Oklahoma State really ain't. They had a year in 2011 when they won the Big 12, won the Fiesta Bowl. 2021 they got back to I think that was the Big 12 championship game. What did they win the Fiesta Bowl again? That's their ceiling, man. Getting to the Fiesta Bowl. If Mike Gundy, in my opinion, maybe I'm wrong about this, but if he goes to a bigger, I mean, what he's done at Oklahoma State has been impressive, at least for the couple times he's done something good there. Don't get me wrong, but if he goes to a big time program or something, he could be legit, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong on that.
No, now listen, you got to look at, and there again, football is football, right?
Right.
And at the end of the day, he ain't got no money. He can't pay for the players that you know. I mean, and again, you're right. It's Big 12, but he can't get the players that the rest of them are paying for.
Who can't?
Mike Gundy can't.
Oklahoma State and Mike Gundy.
Don't they have that guy Boone Pickens is like an old
Yeah,
tycoon?
they have a billionaire, but he's gone, man. He's gone.
Yeah, that's Dunzo.
Yeah,
I'm sure
they
they
ain't got that no
somebody.
more.
No, I'm telling you, they ain't got the damn money now. And you know, a lot of people say South Carolina don't have the money, but I'll tell you this: that's a damn lie. Do we have the money that A&M has? Hell no.
No.
Do we have the money Texas has? Hell no. Do we have the money Georgia has? Hell no.
Almost no one has the money Texas has. They're dirty rich.
No, well, they're all rich.
Yeah,
You know.
but they're like rich.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, we are the. There's a few teams in this league that, as far as financially, are at the bottom of the barrel. We happen to be one of them. Vanderbilt's one of them. I would say, and people might argue this with me, but I don't give a damn. Ole Miss is one of them.
Ole Miss is one of what?
The bottom of the barrel as far as financially. Arkansas is definitely one of them.
Did he catch that?
So, but I asked this question. Here's what I can't wrap my head around. How can teams like the Florida States of the world, Kentucky's definitely one of the poor ones too. How can teams like the Florida States of the world win 3 games? I mean, win every game, then win 3 games, and then reset the whole roster from the transfer portal and be legit again? Why can't we do that? Why can't we do that? I mean, I don't want to be the transfer portal kind of team.
No.
But it's not. If people say Billy Cole loves to say, "Well, South Carolina don't have the money." Well, no, we don't have the money to pay a damn quarterback $3 million a year just to leave next year, just about to leave the next damn team. That's stupid. That's stupid. But South Carolina's got the money, and Shane Beamer has brought more money than this team has ever had. So, you know, we can be legit. We are going into areas, and this is Beamer, and I guess that's from his Virginia days, Virginia Tech days. We're going to the DMV. We're going to the DC area, and we're getting players that many people never thought we could get, but we've got the talent, y'all, and that's what bothers me. We've got the talent.
We ain't got
we
ain't
can't
got
get
the
our
best
offensive
coaches.
line to damn block.
Right.
Yeah.
We ain't got the coaching right now to really develop it at that side. Offensive line. He just ain't got a good offensive line coach, man. He shouldn't be the coach. Like I'm calling for him because I mean that it's the same struggles for years.
Yeah,
With that offensive line, he's been here like what 2 or 3 years, so
hell,
I can more tolerate calling for him than I can Mike Shula, who's only coached 3 games. I mean,
you know what, Ryan? He's been here the whole damn time, but you know what he was?
what?
Do you really want to know what he was?
Tell me.
He was he was paid. Don't get me wrong, he was paid, but he was an offensive line analysis for Greg Atkins.
Now, that shit pisses me off right there.
So Greg has health issues, and I hope he's fine. And he seems to be fine because I see his fat ass on the sideline. But he is an analyst, okay?
Mm.
And he gets promoted to the offensive line coach.
That's the kind of decisions, man. I love Beamer.
Yeah.
I love Beamer, but you can't promote from within, man. You can't do it. You can't hire buddies. You can't be so loyal.
I don't know this for a fact, but I'm telling you what I've heard. If it's a lie, I told it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
When Sean Elliott came back to the staff, that ain't had nothing to do with Beamer's decision. That was the athletic director, Ray Damn Tanner, and the board of trustees that brought him back.
Holy cow. Did you see that catch?
I did. It was awesome.
And they said it was a catch. Wow.
I don't know why they.
To me.
I don't know why they looked at that for 5 minutes though.
It looked kind of, I don't know.
But
it was
I'll say this too about Kentucky. They ain't got a lot of money, like you said, but you also have to understand what money they do have. Like they're a basketball program, man. That's what they put their stock into basketball.
The football program will fight you over saying that.
Hell, sorry, but that's what Kentucky is. They're basketball.
Well, there's a lot of basketball blue bloods. Indiana's of the world, North Carolina's of the world, Duke's of the world. It is what it is. You know what? What are we? We're a women's basketball dynasty? I mean, I would say yes.
Yeah.
Is that what we can hang our hat on? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We used to be a baseball dynasty, but that's long gone.
That's can't really say nothing about that now. I mean, and I get that. I'm just saying though, like that's where Kentucky really puts their money into is basketball. They put money into football too. Don't get me wrong, but I mean that's just that's what generates the most success right now in Kentucky is basketball.
Well, you know, the other week somebody made a comment. I made a comment, and I can't remember who it was. And they said Shane Beamer is the Bob Stoops of the world. I'm like,
What?
well, Bob Stoops was a hell of a football coach.
Man, stop.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
Man, stop.
Yeah,
Man, stop.
I'll take Bob Stoops.
Bob Stoops. Man, stop.
Yeah. So I don't know what they meant by it, and I couldn't wrap my head around it. I'm like, well, you know what Bob Stoops did? He made Oklahoma like legit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I and the thing too is what makes me mad too about the Lincoln Riley situation. I know that's years in the past, but Bob Stoops handed him the reins to a great program and asked him to keep the success going, and he did for a little bit, but he thought he left it in good hands. And how do you leave?
Oh, what a catch!
I don't.
How do you leave it?
No,
Because
how
you
do you
know,
leave a blue blood for another blue blood? That's almost unheard of, man.
but because it was fear of the conference you were going in because your scheme wouldn't work. That's how you do that.
Boom, baby, they lost. Let's go. Yeah, but I get it.
All right, gentlemen, I'm getting off here.
All right.
Okay,
Jordan.
well, that wasn't okay.
I'm toward.
Oh, I am too. I got to go to work in the morning, but yeah.
Well,
So-
don't be so damn negative, Chuck.
I just said. Well, I was going to ask y'all some questions, man. Like, what
Well, hold
game
on a
y'all?
minute. I'll be right back. Let me go pause for the calls. I'll be right back.
Well, I want to talk. What games are we looking forward to seeing tomorrow?
Rooster, thank you.
Rooster made a comment a while ago saying he got some good early games. So I want to know everybody's opinion. What games y'all think?
Well, another one. We need a young spread out. Oh, thank you. I agree.
Yep.
The Texas Tech game. Texas Tech and Utah could be really good, man. Oklahoma and Auburn will be good. And I do think Missouri, South Carolina will be a good game. I have a feeling Carolina is going to win. I picked Missouri with my brain because I think they got more going offensively than us right now. But at the same time, wouldn't shock me one bit if South Carolina won that game. And everyone I know is telling me, dude, you're a sunshine pumper if you think we're beating Missouri. Let me tell you, I'm the furthest thing from a sunshine pumper, dude.
Yeah. I would be
ain't a
shocked if we
sunshine
won.
pumper.
I'd be shocked if we won. So,
Yeah, I get why y'all are saying that too, and because again, like it's offensively hadn't been very good, but I will say it's hard to really get the biggest results with an offensive line that looks how they've looked.
yeah.
But I will say I told y'all earlier I appreciate the hell out of y'all. Y'all are some of the best people I met in my entire life. I'm grateful to come on here and talk to y'all all the time. And I'll say this. I plan on doing more live shows on my channel. I'd love to one day get to have you guys on my channel one day and talk South Carolina football with y'all. I need more Gamecocks over there too. And I'd love to have you and Dealmaker on one of my shows one day. Because it's fun chatting with y'all.
Oh, heck yeah, man. Anytime.
And I'm gonna go live immediately after the Missouri game and give my post game thoughts, everything. And I know you guys are streaming the game and everything, but if y'all end it or something, y'all can come in and join anytime y'all want.
Yeah. I think Rooster's doing one too as well. So he's better do a post game too. But I don't know how long. Last game we stayed on for a good while, so I don't know what we're gonna be doing. But I'll definitely check it out, regardless whether it's live or after the fact. I'll definitely check it out.
What y'all talking about?
Huh?
I said, what y'all talking about?
I was
Brian was
just
talking
com-
about.
I was just coming on here talking about how grateful I am again to come on here and talk about y'all. And I was saying that one day I'd love to have y'all on my channel and we can go live and talk some Gamecocks on my channel too.
Oh, hell
Love to
yeah.
have y'all on that because again, like I'll say this, I'm almost at 200, and and when my channel was hacked and deleted, I lost 1.5 thousand subscribers because of that. So I'm glad that I'm rebuilding. I want to get back there and everything too, and we're gonna keep working at it. And I'm confident that my new style is gonna help with some of that because I'm trying my best to be more entertaining than all I had. And Chuck's watched some of my videos. All I had was just a basic non-movable screen, and no one's gonna sit and watch that, man.
Well, wait a minute. No, don't give Chuck all the credit. I've been on one of your lives and commented too now.
Yes, you have.
Okay.
He
You
said in
have.
the
You
past. He
have.
said in the past.
Yeah, but see, Dealmaker, Chuck's been watching my channel since 2021.
Well,
Because I first discovered him in 2021.
and I will admit I have not.
No, and that's fine. That's fine.
And it has nothing to do with you. You know that. But I'm a busy man.
Brewster's comment. Make sure Dealmaker doesn't wear his Daisy Dukes on YouTube.
But hey, it's kind of like Lou broke the damn TV. That might put him to damn 10,000. Shit.
Man, if it gets me 10,000, let's do it.
Wear my damn Daisy. Rooster, I'm gonna kick your ass for that shit.
Pete Digits, do you talk about Clemson on your channel? Because I don't think I've seen you around in comments, but I don't think I've ever checked out you. I don't know if you make videos or not, honestly, but you're gonna gain another subscriber though. There are some Clemson fans I truly enjoy listening to, and a lot of them have really good insight too onto their program, and they know what they're talking about as well.
Well, Pete just got a lot of good insight too. I don't know why he ain't in here talking. He's got some good insight. Very, very knowledgeable.
See there, the Rooster wants me to make me call him by his real damn name. Now understand something. He and I were born and raised literally right across. We call it the river, but it's actually a lake. But it's Santee River. I was born on this side, on the south side. He was born on the north side, and we do have a little age difference between us. But way back then, we all hunt and fished like there was no other. Well, that was when hunting and fishing was, better than what it is now. And we all ran dogs. We ran in fox pens, field trials. We all had dogs. I had 24 head of hounds at one time. And Rooster knows being raised in that area. Now, I'm not a mean person. Never have been. I'm a happy-go-lucky person. Now, I might get sideways about talking about my Gamecocks or something like that. But he knows well as I know that when enough's enough. Now, I ain't besides going in the field trying to find out who's the best man. You know what I mean? Win or lose, we go out there and kick dust and throw fists. And at the end of the day, it's over. You know what I mean? When it's done, it's done. And you stand up and you shake the hand, whether you won or lost, and it's over with. That beef's over with. But that ain't the way the world operates anymore. But he was raised in that same style, and he knows he can talk that trash right now. You're talking about Daisy Dukes. I ain't never wore a damn pair of Daisy Dukes a day in my day.
Oh man. So, hey, what other game you looking forward to seeing tomorrow, Jordan?
I'll be honest with you. The game, y'all, all Gamecock fans might look at me and be like, "What? I want to see the Orange and Clemson play." I do. I really, really do. And it's a high noon game. And shit, I took the Orange with the points.
I think a lot of people did.
I mean, I think Clemson's going to win, but I don't think they're going to win by 17 and a half.
Yeah, no. Now I'm not a betting man. I've never bet on sports. I would hammer Syracuse on that spread. Now I think Clemson wins that game, but from what we've seen from their offense thus far, I don't think they can beat Syracuse by 17. Syracuse has got a decent offense too, man. So that's something to watch out for. And Clemson's defense is good, but we saw what Haynes King could do to them.
Yeah.
So,
and maybe Pete Digits can speak to this. I was watching Rooster's video today, and somebody commented saying Clemson had 12 players injured during practice. Is there any truth to that? Pete Digits?
What Big Barn Ross talking about?
The Tiger King will beat the Orange Juice.
Yeah,
Talking about Clemson will beat.
He said, "Meet me at Kroger Field."
oh, he's alluding to some Kentucky.
That's like,
yeah, some Kentucky YouTuber back in 2018 was screaming at Uncle Lou, going, "Uncle Lou, meet me at Kroger Field. Lou, meet me at Kroger Field." That's what he's alluding to.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but Rooster says everyone is my friend. I met Pete Digits personally. He's a good dude. Well, hopefully, Rooster, hopefully we can become good pals too. Because I love to talk with you more about South Carolina and everything. Because I've seen your videos. You're very knowledgeable, and you seem like a really nice guy. So I'd love to get to talk to you, man. Really.
And I'll be honest with you. He is very knowledgeable, and he watches the game very thoroughly. And I think he goes back and watches it again, and he looks at certain aspects of the game. And he, along with me, I'm not going to talk about players. I'm not going to. They're young men. I mean, I'm old enough to be their damn daddy. You know what I mean?
yeah. What's up, Crystal? How you doing? Welcome. Hit the like,
I'll
hit the
admit.
subscribe.
He'd run circles around me when it comes to football knowledge.
If I'm going to talk shit, it's going to be about the damn coaching staff. That's where I'm going to talk shit.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, because at the end of the day, I mean, shit, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what life holds. Shit, I don't know if I'll be here next year. None of us do.
Well, tomorrow ain't promised for anyone.
No, but I do know this. I got a hell of an athlete. That boy of mine, shit, he might play for the Gamecocks. I don't know. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to talk shit about any young man, because that boy of mine might be, 10 years from now, he might be on the field and people talking shit about him. Well, I don't want to hear that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I look at it.
I will say this, though. I might not know all the plays, and I don't know all the schemes, but I have eyes. I will say that much. I have eyes, and I don't think you need to be a playbook genius to see that offensive line, they hadn't been doing their jobs lately. They have not been doing good, because you can tell when someone's out of position. You can tell when the left side is getting whipped, and they've been getting whipped.
Yeah, but Ryan, you're the biggest argument Rooster and I ever got into. Chuck was there to witness it.
Mm-hmm.
I went to waylay in our offensive line, and boy, he didn't like it. He didn't like it none. And we got into it pretty heavy. I mean, but we're friends. It ain't like we're going to fight. I mean, we too damn old to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? But we got into it. But I tell you what, not saying I was right, he was wrong, or he was right and I was wrong. I will say this damn line of ours has been issue. And I think our point, I think our argument, how did it get started, Chuck? I think our argument was
I don't know.
that was a while back. I think it was something to do with running. I can't remember how it got started. And I'm like, shit, you looking in the wrong direction. You need to look at the offensive line. And he got mad at me. And
I think it had to do with play calling, didn't it? Or running settlers.
It was play calling. And I'm like, no, shit, no, it's the line. And he got mad at me. And, you know, at the end of the day, I'm not saying he was wrong. I'm not saying I was right or he was wrong. I saw something that I thought was a problem. And maybe I was wrong at the time. But I don't think I'm wrong now. Because this offensive line, I've been harping on it for, 2 years? 2 years.
Yeah.
And it's just a continuance.
Yeah, and that's to me, as much as I love Coach Shane Beamer, Lonnie needs to go, and I think you need to hire a good, proven offensive line coach because you have the talent on this offensive line.
Well,
The
Ryan,
talent is there.
let me ask you a question, Ryan. And I'm being as honest as I can be. Do you not think we have one on staff already?
Yeah, what I think is we should make Sean Elliott, if nothing else,
Thank you.
the offensive line coach, and that's what I mean. Because he's a proven offensive line coach, in my opinion. Because he was doing extremely well when he was here coaching them.
And not only when he was here. If y'all remember when we played Georgia State,
Georgia State had one of the best offensive lines I've seen,
and they absolutely murdered us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Rooster is right when he says this. The running backs and tight ends need to block better too. That's true.
Yep.
That is true.
Everybody needs to, yeah.
Yeah, everyone's just got to do their job better, man, because, again, like I said, offensive line, it's a very important position on the field, man. It affects the entire team. And I'll explain why. Number one, if your quarterback ain't got but a second or two before someone's in his face, it's going to be hard for him to make the biggest plays, right? An offensive line not blocking can affect the running lane. It can affect how the balls get to the wide receiver. And not only that, but it can also affect your defense too because they're going to stay on the field the entire game. Eventually, they'll get worn down. Now, that wasn't entirely the case, I guess, for the Virginia Tech game because there were moments where Virginia Tech made some big plays, but that defense, they bent just a little bit, but they never broke.
But let me ask you this. Why did Lenoris get concussed, in your opinion?
There was some guy, I mean, that guy ripped through the line like it was nothing. I don't know if someone wasn't there. I'll have to go back and
there wasn't nobody there.
There was no one there.
You're right. There was nobody there.
No one there.
But there was somebody supposed to be there. And who was that somebody supposed to be?
Was it Boaz or Bo Stanley?
No, it was the right guard.
It was the right guard.
Right guard. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought it was Boaz for some reason.
Yep.
Or somebody in the backfield to block. Give him max protection.
They're going to get him killed, man. If you can't block him, you're going to get him killed.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Listen, Ezekiel.
Yeah,
what do you say? Mike Gundy done with football. He's fired. Oh,
they're gonna fire him.
If he gets fired, it's 11:27. He gets fired at 11:27. He'll have another job by 11:30. I can tell you that. I can tell you that. I'd take him. I'd take him.
Look. I don't dislike Gundy
And I'm not
at
talking
all.
about a head coach, but I'd take him. If we could hire him on our staff, I'd take him.
I don't like this Gundy. I don't dislike Gundy on a personal level. I don't dislike him at all. I dislike Oklahoma State. That's why it's funny to me to see Oklahoma State lose to Tulsa.
Yeah.
But Gundy is a good coach. Like if Oklahoma State decides to part ways with him, he'll go somewhere else and be a winner.
Hell yeah.
In my opinion, like he will.
Yeah.
But again, with OU being my second favorite team, by rule I have to hate Oklahoma State. And I do too, because I don't understand how anyone could treat their stadium the way they do. They got these bunch of they take corporal punishment on their own stadium. They beat them with a bunch of paddles. Literal stadium abusers, man. I can't imagine treating my stadium like that.
Mhm.
I trolled
Hey.
them about that. I trolled them about that all the time.
Hey. I know you weren't born back then, but I was in the stadium when they outlawed Williams-Brice, the song Louie Louie. I was there. I was a young man. I was about my boy's age. I was there. And they played the song, Hey Louie Louie. Oh, you know what I mean? And that whole damn look, you could look up and the damn lights were shifting. And they've never played that song in that stadium ever again. Ever.
Oh, are you talking about that hype video they did and they were booing? Are you talking about are you talking about Oklahoma State right now? Just so we're on the same page.
No, I'm talking about South Carolina.
Oh,
South Carolina.
there was a hype video they played it for Oklahoma State back in 2009, and the fans booed it and they hated it. And that's something we trolled them about all the time too. So I didn't know who you were talking about at first.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I get what you're talking about, beating their stadium to death.
Well,
But
they had these bunch of paddles.
I've seen us beat ours to death too.
Yeah, I get it. It's
But
just
listen, anything's better than them damn cowbells.
we can agree with that
Yeah.
100%.
Hey, Big Bar Ross said he may come to South Carolina, Kentucky game next week.
Where if you come next week, brother, I'll be there. If you come next, seriously, hit me up. If you're coming, I'll be there.
Hey, Rooster recommended Maurice barbecue.
No shit, no. That's mustard-based barbecue.
That's nasty. Nah, we ain't eating that.
No, hell no. I'll bring. If you come and I'll bring you 2 pounds of damn vinegar-based barbecue. And P Digits, yeah, he's from the north part of the state. Yeah, no shit, no.
So,
Well, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and hop off of here, but
all right.
I appreciate y'all. Go Gamecocks. Let's beat Missouri tomorrow, man. Beat them.
All right.
Let's
Yep.
prove all the haters wrong. Everyone's ready to quit on us. I'm telling you, you're quitting too soon. And again, I know things we've seen have been frustrating, but we can turn it around tomorrow night, damn it. And I think we have a chance to. So,
I'll say
Gamecocks.
this. Y'all might think I'm crazy as hell, and I know it brings in money. But I hate the fact that we're playing away at night. Now, at home, I get it.
That is something I'm worried about. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah,
It's a blackout too.
yeah.
So,
Well,
But anyway.
guess what then? They're going to be wearing black to their own funeral.
there you go.
That's it.
Well, hey, appreciate you, SECFT. Appreciate you hanging out with us. And yeah, we'll hook up again probably tomorrow sometime. So
Yeah, if y'all want to, I'll be live after the game, maybe 30 minutes to an hour after, but sometime after the game or something, or even immediately after. But at some point, I'll be live after the game to give my thoughts. I'll drop a StreamYard link, and if y'all want to, y'all can come in and join. But y'all have a good night. Go Gamecocks. Beat Missouri. They got the ugliest looking tiger mascot in the world.
All
Como
right,
is the
brother.
fake Columbia. They are absolutely trash. Go Gamecocks.
Absolutely, brother. Appreciate you.
All right, Jordan. Any final thoughts you want to say before you get off here?
Yeah. Take the Gamecocks tomorrow on the money line.
There you go. Anybody wants to bet? There's the bet for tonight.
Yep.
But
Take the Gamecocks on the money. Don't take the damn points. Take the damn money line. We're gonna win outright.
yeah. Well, I appreciate everybody stopping by. We had a pretty good crowd, so appreciate everybody. What's up, Webb? Is Sellers playing? Yes, as far as we know. Unless something changes overnight, he should play. But I want to say prayers to Carter Shaw in his situation.
Absolutely.
I know we ain't mentioned that yet, but you know he's dealing with some health issues in the hospital. I haven't heard the latest. As far as I know, he's an ICU alert, and I guess doing some tests on him and things like that. So prayers to him and his family, and hope he pulls through okay and gets back to coaching his son's football team like he was. So.
Yeah, and you know the funny part about it is, and it's not funny, but I was running up and down the damn sidelines of my boys' football field yesterday as well, and I mean I don't know what happened to him, and just prayers, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. PD says stable in ICU, conscious last year. Yeah. So I don't know. Hopefully we get some better news tomorrow. Hopefully they figure out what happened. So, but prayers to him and his family. So, but appreciate everybody for stopping by. Make sure everybody hits the like button on your way out. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the Deal Maker, and subscribe to Always Cocky Pod with Rooster and SECFT. So, sub everybody up. Help us grow. Appreciate everybody for stopping by. So we'll see you guys tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. At 7 o'clock for the Missouri South Carolina game. Watch along reaction. So come hang out with us and bring your earplugs if you don't like foul language, because I'm pretty sure I'll probably say some.
No, I don't think so. Tomorrow night, I don't think you'll be saying much. But Spurs up. Love y'all.
Yeah. Y'all have a good one. We'll see y'all tomorrow.